Take 8.
Oh.
I rewrote the lyrics. Trying to include as many people in the Twitch Sings community as I could. I'm sorry if I missed you. It's a duet. There's only so many lyrics. Do a solo someday. That took long enough.
It's been written
Take 8.
by Billy Joel. You don't, Billy Joel, the famous songwriter, you're a guy that wears an And Chill t-shirt.
Peter Crane, Killer Jane, J. Mott is a pain. Super happy puppy food, Adam is a cool dude. Mojo Man is majestic, so is Dougie and Blue Velvet. Bucket now joins the fray, joining streams as he may.
Here's my plan. I'm going to do, at some point soon, I'm going to do Twitch as a full-time job. 9 to 5, baby. 9 to 5. Dum 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 dum. Come outside. You see, it's not quite so glamorous with the soundproofing on the door. If you come outside, this is the iconic Big Brother eye logo. It's a lady's eye or a gentleman with long lashes. And this is where the celebrities will be coming in from 9 o'clock tonight. And look at these. These are the actual stairs. I'm walking downstairs on a live television programme. What could possibly go wrong? This guy standing here, he's a bit of a twat. He is singing lyrics that don't make no sense. Billy Joel has won awards, maybe won an Oscar too. He wrote the song, so why can't we sing that?
We
Didn't start the fire.
No, it was created since it was in beta. We didn't
You can't change the lyrics to the bit that we duet on because I don't know what you're singing. Ooh, she's hot but a psycho, a little bit psycho. My horrible teeth. Right, this tooth is chipped, and this tooth is chipped from when I was 16 and got drunk. Like first time ever, absolutely steaming. And my friend didn't think I was drunk. I said, I'm drunk. And I lay on the floor. I said, jump on my head and prove how drunk I am. I don't remember any of this. And they did. And they chipped that tooth. Hello and welcome to the Late Night Alternative Rabbit Hole Election Special. The show too hot for radio to handle. A few technical issues here as it is a brand new £2.5 million studio. Good evening, my name is Iain Lee and I'll be helped out tonight by my co-host, Catherine Boyle.
Thank you, Ian. Thank you, people watching. And it's election night. Woo! Let's do some democracy.
Keithy, baby, high five! He's leaving me hanging. Thank you. He left me hanging.
I'll take that.
Keith, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you. There's a rock by a pool, and she knows it is cool, and she's buying a stairway to heaven. I think the guitar copies the voice. And then they sing again. Buying a stairway to heaven.
We're eating them. Sorry, guys. We're eating them. They're having nice dinner tonight. Take your gloves off, you twat. Oh.
So glad, so glad, so glad,
just
so
dominating
glad, so glad, so glad, so glad, so glad, so glad. We didn't start.
Jeez, you're so
the party.
selfish. I can't join
So
in
it
on this
was
bit.
created
People
since
like
it
you,
was invaded.
people like you ruin
We
the internet.
didn't start
You
the
shouldn't be allowed
party.
the internet. They
With
should
all the
disconnect
bugs we
it
have,
from
I'm still
your
so
country,
glad.
actually.
We didn't
Find this
start the
offensive?
party.
This is going to go viral. Let's just say, I'm free, I'm ready, I've got some moves.
Don't know what's so funny. Mind blown. He's leaving me hanging.
I am not a comedian
No.
or a comic. I am a broadcaster.
This is the worst thing we've ever done.
Hello. Hello, everybody. Good evening, welcome. Sunday night, it's 8 o'clock, we're live. I can never, if you're watching this live on Twitch, I can never get collars on my shirt. I've ironed this shirt, I can never get collars. If anyone's got any tips on collars, then get in touch. Welcome, you're live to the 11 o'clock show revisited. Commentary by me, Iain Lee. Sunday night, it is 8 p.m. We're live on twitch.tv/Iain Lee. You might be watching this on YouTube, thank you. Or you could be listening to the podcast because, yes, this will be a podcast. acast.com/Iain Lee 11. Although I haven't actually finished setting it up. So that website may not exist yet, but that website will exist. Should we have a little look and see what happens if we go to www.acast.com/Iain Lee 11. Let's see what's... Oh, it's up there! Okay, well then, that's my project tomorrow, is to... my project tomorrow is to make that a reality for you. That's going to be a podcast, guys, which is very, very exciting. Welcome, hello. If you are listening on the podcast, you can come and watch this live every Sunday night at 8 p.m. As I sit and I watch an old episode of a TV show I was in 20 odd years ago called The 11 O'Clock Show. Thank you to Jenna for your subscription. I appreciate that. If you're watching live, you can subscribe. Let me do a little bit of housekeeping because, you know, this is my job. If you're watching now, you can subscribe for free if you have Amazon Prime. You link your Amazon Prime with your Twitch. Someone's just typed that in. Thank you, David. One of my mobs. If you click that link, it will link your Amazon Prime with your Twitch account, and you can then subscribe to me. I get a $5. A $5 that you would never be able to get your hands on. I get a $5. If you're not with Prime, there's a link. You can still subscribe. Bung me through a few quid. You can also chuck bits at me, which is like money. Or if you're listening or you're watching and you want to donate, paypal.me/Iain Lee. IAINLEE. paypal.me/Iain Lee. If you are listening on the podcast, I will be talking. There's chat in Twitch, and I will be talking to some of the people that are there. So we're going to watch. We've done the first 3 episodes of the pilot series. Technically, it's known as Series 1, right? Even though it only ran for 2 weeks, it was only 6 episodes. We've done the first 3 episodes of Series 1 of the 11 O'Clock Show. Episodes 4 and 5 are missing. They are gone. We have no idea where they exist, if they exist at all. So we can only jump to the... Hey, Benny, thank you for your subscription. Appreciate it. We can only jump to the end of Series 1, the last episode, episode 6. So we miss 4 and 5. I have no idea what's going on there. I tell you what, I'm in a very peculiar... I'm really tired because I've been out with the kids today. We went trampolining. Trampolining. Sweet Lord. But let me turn the heating off as well. It's very, very hot here. But weird times, isn't it? Weird times. it's February the 16th, and Caroline Flack died yesterday. Took her own life. And listen to me pontificating. A lot of people are blaming the press, and I think they're right to, but I don't think the press are entirely to blame when someone takes their own life. I don't think one, and I'm not speaking specifically about Caroline. I didn't know her very well. I worked with her years ago on one of the I'm a Celebrity spin-offs, 10 years ago, 12 years ago, I think. I only met her a few times. She was so lovely to me. So lovely to me. That's all I can judge her by. Really kind, very lovely, very giving presenter. When someone takes their life, he said, moving away from her specifically, I personally think, as someone who has come close to killing myself, cards on the table, someone who talks very openly about my mental health, I don't think you can ever blame one thing, one person, one event for someone taking their own life. Broad brushstrokes, not speaking specifically about Caroline. There's normally a combination of things, mental health, maybe drugs and alcohol, maybe financial worries, maybe boom, 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 boom. Things. It's normally things that get on top. So I think, and I had to really pull back from going for a couple of people on Twitter and naming them. I had to really pull back from it. Because that doesn't help, does it? Naming people. That doesn't help. And Caroline's death is very, very sad. And I'm very angry about it. And I've got to process what that anger is. I came very close to taking my own life a couple of times in the last few years. And part of it was down to online bullying. Part of it was down to the press. So I don't think... I think the press have played a part. I don't think that's the only thing. I don't know. I just think it's the saddest thing. If you're struggling, if you're listening to this, 116 123. That's the phone number for the Samaritans. 116 123. Free. The phone number for the Samaritans. 116 123. Doesn't work for everyone. My good friend John got in touch and said, well, they don't really cut it for me. Find what works for you. I was telling my boys today, there is nothing that cannot be solved. Nothing. Now, the reason I'm kind of bringing this up is because this show, the 11 o'clock show, we played a part in this. We played a part in the creation of this world. We played a part in creating this culture of being mean. Now, the first few episodes in this series, generally whimsy. And whimsy. We're going to start series 2 next week, and I'm dreading it. Because I can't remember exactly when the show started getting nasty. And I know for a fact that we picked on and mocked and bullied a lot of people, including some not very well young women. And I don't know what to say about that. I don't know what to say about that. I know that we made, to name names, it's coming up. I know that we bullied Daniela Westbrook. And that we were particularly vicious to her back then. And looking back, what we did was unforgivable and was atrocious. And we belittled and we mocked. The gag I remember is the Christmas special. We go, we've got some cards from celebrities. You open the card, dust comes out. Oh, this one's from Daniela Westbrook. She was having a massive drug problem. And I've often thought, I need to get in touch with her and apologise. It got very nasty. And I had my first proper death threats as a result of those gags about Daniela. It got really nasty. People turning up at my house threatening to kill me, phone calls. It was horrible. It was really upsetting. Tyres slashed on my car. And I've heard rumours as to what may exactly have been going on there. Maybe we'll talk about it in a bit more detail when we get there. I need to apologise to her. What I'm saying is, some really shitty stuff is coming up. Some really shitty stuff that is so prescient. If anyone's got a contact for her, then let me have it. That is so prescient to what has happened in the last 24 hours. And so this makes me more uncomfortable. And there was me thinking, oh, maybe we stop doing this. Maybe we don't do this. Maybe we don't watch this. Maybe we don't go back. I don't know. I'm not going to pre-watch the episodes. I'm not going... We're going to carry on. We're going to carry on and we're going to plough on. I guess this is my trigger warning. You may find some of the next hour and a half upsetting and triggering. Probably not so much in this episode. We're still on whimsy. We're still on whimsy. I can see all of your questions. I will get to your questions at some point. I promise, I promise, I promise. But we're going to watch the last one of the series, the first series tonight, and we're going to see where we go. There's still a touch of whimsy in this. I know Heinz Wolf is in this one. And I found some other bits and pieces that we might watch. Some stuff that I don't think got broadcast. When there's all of this, you know, this 11 OCS channel is up there. This is run by Martin, who digitised all of my VHS copies. I mean, this bogus doctor thing here, I remember being very charming. We've got a Diana Standby VT. We've got the 11 o'clock show, Iain Lee in Slough. Now, that never got broadcast. And that was the first thing I ever filmed. And that was kind of my audition piece. And maybe we'll have a look at that. I don't know. Should we crack on with it, guys? Should we crack on with it? Pete says, oh, something I wondered, where did the unbroadcast series 1 and 5 pilots come from? My own personal VHS collection. That's where they came from, Pete. Should we crack on with it? Hey, Cater Cakes is gifting 5 subs. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Cater Cakes. Let's have a trip to the past. Thank you, that's really kind of you. Welcome to all the new subs. Let's have a little trip down the past and see how far we get with this. Bearing in mind it's been a shitty couple of days for, you know, stuff. Let's have a listen. It's a bit quiet, this. There we go. How's that volume? It's very quiet for me, but I think I can cope. So close to banning something already. We haven't even started the world. Hazy, thank you. Thank you for gifting the sub. Thursday. Okay. So the first week it was Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. This week it was Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. That's the way it went. That was how it's supposed to be. Never started at 11 o'clock. Is the volume okay? I hope the volume's okay.
It's Thursday the...
Brendan's wearing glasses. I knew he started wearing glasses at some point because he was dyslexic and he really struggled reading the script. So he started wearing glasses to help him read it.
8th of October, it's Channel 4 and it's the 8th day in a row that the Queen Mother hasn't died. This is the 11 o'clock show and I'm Fred Macaulay.
I'm Brendan Burns. And I'm Iain Lee, here to remind you kids that playing in fridges is very dangerous.
Hi, I'm Tom.
Just climbed out of a fridge with the plastic bag on my head. Limmy's here. Evening, Limmy. I've just climbed out of a fridge with the plastic bag on my head. I guess that's a joke. I see now I feel nervous that Limmy's here. Limmy's proper funny. This is 22 years old. Tommy Vance. And look what a great caption. I'm Tommy Vance. Man, I wish I'd spoken to him and chatted to him more.
Tommy Vance, move up Martin Lewis, belt up Burke. I'm reading the news. Money, market, mayhem, and the city is in turmoil. But Eddie George isn't sweating. He's cool. He's the governor. He lashed a quarter point off mortgages. Doesn't affect me, though. I still live with my mum.
That's quite nice. That's quite nice. It's the whimsy. We haven't got to the meanness yet. The meanness is coming. But the whimsy, it's still whimsy at the moment. It's still whimsy.
From city news to Yugoslav blues, and the Brits are told to get the hell out. Don't you know there's a war on? Go, go, go! Go, go, go! Go, go, go! Clinton tells his diplomats to pull out before it's too late. The diplomats say, you can talk.
I don't get that. I don't actually get that. Does anyone get that? I don't get that. Might be a lot of this. I never got the newsy jokes. And
the Frenchies have gone doo-la-la over Princess Di.
Oh.
They're planting a vegetable patch in her honour. Cordon bleu. She was a princess. Not Arthur Bloody Fowler. Stop loving you frogs. Later in the show, it's Dickhead versus Egghead as Ali G takes on top prop Heinz Wolf and blinds us with science.
We got none other than my main man, Professor Heinz Wolf, in Brunei University, checking out Brunel University. We're talking about science.
Dom Jolly smacks up the beaches in Bournemouth, and we'll be meeting PR Maestro.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Uh-oh! Here we go! Clifford alert! Sound the Clifford alarm! Shit! Max Clifford! We need a Clifford klaxon, you're right, Steve. We need a Clifford klaxon. Yes, that's the end. Thanks for watching. Now, I don't remember this one. Well, maybe I do. I know Max Clifford came on at some point. Obviously, he's tonight's guest. We didn't have guests in the first week. I thought the guests came later in the series. I thought the guests came later. He's got good hair, hasn't he? Came later in the series. And they were trying to make it something a bit cleverer than it. I don't know. So this may not be the interview. I'm sure he came back. I'm sure we have Max Clifford back because I don't remember talking to him in this series, but I remember talking to him later on. And he was making jokes. He would always, his jokes were, there was like the BBC stands for, it was like backs against the walls kind of thing, but I don't know how you'd work. Maybe it was bum boys. He had a homophobic joke about the BBC. And also, he must have come back later. Justin, thank you for the subscription. He must have come back later because he would always sort of say when you weren't filming, you want to be careful because I've got stuff on you. I know. And of course, I was living, as a closet bisexual man. I had a girlfriend and I'd also had sex with men. And Max Clifford leans over during a break in filming and goes, I know stuff about you, son. Just be careful. Just be careful. Wowzers! So we've got a convicted rapist on the show who's now dead.
Maximilian Clifford. Nice one.
Look at how he smiles when his name is said. Nice one. I mean, fuck.
Dom Jolly smacks up the beaches in Bournemouth, and we'll be meeting PR Maestro Maximilian Clifford.
He's nervous. Look how nervous he is.
A judge accused of £1 million fraud was left.
Look at the state of me. Look at the state of me. Oh, I'm sat at the desk with Brendan. This was the thing, you see. End of series 1. Gatford, thank you for the subscription. They wanted to give me more. They kind of realised, or a lot of the writers would write stuff and go, can we get Iain to do it? So Fred's pushed off the main desk. Look at me now. Shirt's not done up properly. Shirt collar's too big. Hair's too big. The hell. There's no shoulder pads. There's no shot. It's just a big suit. It's a suit that's too big. I bought this suit. It's the first suit I ever bought. I bought this suit. Figgle King, thank you for the Twitch. I bought this suit. First suit I'd ever bought in Oxford Street, and I went in and tried it on, and they said, "Oh, it's a bit big, but we'll come back in a couple of hours and we'll have made it, shortened it and stuff." And I went back, and I think they just gave me a bigger suit, and this was my suit, and I went to weddings and stuff in this suit, and I auditioned for the show in this suit, thinking, well, I look smart, and everyone thought I looked stupid. Later on, I would say, "Oh yeah, well, it's because of David Byrne and." Stop talking. What was it? Stop talking sense. Is that what it's called? Stop making sense. So retrospectively, I would go, yeah, it's David Byrne. But that was my smart suit. It wasn't for ages until I realised people, when someone said suit, so funny, man. Where did you get the idea for that from? I went, oh yeah.
A judge accused of £1 million fraud was let off scot-free yesterday.
Why? Wasn't there any evidence?
No, it was because he was feeling a bit depressed.
Do a lot of mental health stuff. He's feeling depressed. Oh, poor him. Poor bloke, depressed mental health.
Judge Richard Dean, who drives a Mercedes sports car with the number plate G1, is now trying to piece together his shattered life on holiday in America. The rare legal loophole that got...
I don't know... I'm just copying Chris Morris. with the with America, all that intonation, all of that. I was just watching the Day Today, and was just regurgitating that because I didn't have a voice. I didn't know who I was. I didn't know what I was, and no one told me what to do. No one sat down and worked me. I'm 25 there, and I don't know what I am or what I'm doing. So I'm doing Chris Morris.
Got Judge G off the hook, dates back 500 years, and is called noli prosequi. None of the papers explain what noli prosequi actually means, so we went to the library at the Royal Courts of Justice and borrowed this ancient legal textbook.
Now, this dates from the early 18th century, so we have to be ever so careful with it.
We borrowed this cool little thing from Countdown.
This is real, look, this camera.
Now, this is the transcript of the original case in 1778, when Justice Falconbury was up on a charge of impersonating a leper for financial gain.
Cool.
Obviously...
Slow. Thank you for the subscription, Matty. Slow, isn't it? Slow. I remember it being so fast and slow.
Obviously, court cases in those days were held in Latin, but in English, the judge's summary reads as follows. Blimey, Arthur, what are you doing here? You in the dodgy leper game? Well, you look a bit peaky. Tell you what, you clear off to the New World for a couple of weeks. Take me horse. It's the one outside with the G1 number plate. Verdict... noli prosequi, whatever that means, I don't know.
Those beautiful eyes, though. Beautiful eyes. You're looking at 25... Cheeky Rascal and Batter, thank you for the subscription. Now's a great time to open the Tesco and Brown Cream Soda, I think. Beautiful eyes. 25-year-old, scared kid. Stoned. Doing a bit of coke. Not really into it. Not really into it, but if it came, I would do it. Bit of ecstasy. Never before a show. Would always be stoned during a show, weed, but never before. Wouldn't take Class A's before a show. Certainly not before an 11 o'clock show. Maybe we get to Rise, it gets complicated. Did this show once on morphine, but that was for medical reasons. I think that's the first episode of Series 3. We'll get to that. Malcolm McLaren was the guest. It was insane. I'm just a kid, and I'm watching this tonight. I look like an ostrich in a suit, Altered Beastie, I agree with you. I'm watching this tonight, and I'm fucking bored. I'm bored. I'm really bored. Bored of the show. Bored of that idiot. I want to hold him and whisper into his ear, it's going to be all right, man. It's going to be all right. Don't matter that you go around sucking off men. Don't matter. None of that matters. That shame and that fear that you're living with there, you don't need any of it. I'm wondering, I don't think the 11 o'clock show was very funny. Let's have a look. Oh, that was the end of it. That was the end of it. We missed the punchline. But notice that was all me. I didn't write any of the stuff in the studio. That was all written by the writers. I did the stuff out on the street, and I bet I've got quite a good vox-pop in this one.
But in English, the judge's summary reads as follows.
Oh,
Blimey, Arthur, what are you doing here? You in the dodgy leper game? Well, you look a bit peaky. Tell you what, you clear off to the New World for a couple of weeks. Take me horse. It's the one outside with the G1 number plate. Verdict, nolli prosequi, whatever that means. I don't know.
That was the end. That was the gag. That was the punchline. Jesus.
In the past fortnight, both...
It's me again. I was supposed to be the third cog in the wheel. Thank you, Hush. I was supposed to be the third cog in the wheel. Third part. Supposed to be Brendan and Fred. Brendan, the new guy that they found. The... Spider, thank you for the subscription. Brendan, the new kid they found, and Fred, the... like the kind of steady hand. And I was like the weird guy in the corner. I'm hosting this show. I'm hosting it. Wasn't live. It was filmed, written and filmed on the same day and then edited and broadcast that night. That was the selling point, 3 nights a week.
Labour and Conservative conferences have tried to outdo each other on law and order.
Dom Jolly.
Today in a Tory fringe meeting, proposals of...
Law and order. Chris Morris, because I didn't know what I was doing. Law and order.
Put forward for privatising parts of the police force. We sent out the most talented person on the programme to investigate. It's me, look.
No, that's nice. I was trying to make that a thing. It's me, look. I was trying to make that a thing. Were my mum and sister ever in the audience? Yeah. Mum came once. It was difficult because she's in a wheelchair. And they spoilt her rotten. I guess my sister came. I don't remember Joe being there, but I guess she must have been. My dad came once. More on that later.
Put forward for privatising parts of the police force. We sent out the most talented person on the programme to investigate. It's me, look.
So, are people ready to be told what to do by a bunch of overweight, middle-aged nutters who couldn't get a job anywhere else? I've come here amongst the publics to find out.
Publics.
Would you like to see the security guards taking on other roles of police officers? For example, dancing with black people at Notting Hill Carnival, smoking spliffs on bank holidays?
Well, that's, if they're going to be paid 48 pence an hour, then I suppose they're entitled to their perks. Yeah.
I'll just stop you there for a second. You're being a bit boring. Who's
These bits I said before, I would write these with James Bobin. James probably wrote most of it. I haven't got a clipboard there. That's unusual for me because I would have the gags on a clipboard. And I don't know where that is. I thought it could be the... Where is that? Anyway, it's in London somewhere.
the toughest, the police and the security guard? Who could win a fight?
I'd say the police.
If you saw a...
I know that man. Who is he? I know him.
Pence an hour, then I suppose they're entitled to their perks, yeah.
So I just...
I recognise him from somewhere. Doesn't look like Tottenham Court Road, doesn't it? Could be. Round the corner from Percy Street, which is where the office... where the offices were.
Stop you there for a second, you're being a bit boring. Who's the toughest, the police and the security guard? Who could win a fight?
I'd say the police.
If you saw a fight taking place here between a policeman and a security guard... and
that's not Tottenham Court Road, that's Holloway Road. That's Holloway Road.
They were arguing about turf, whose job was what, and the policeman was losing. Would you actually step in and help the policeman?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
So you'd be quite prepared to punch a security guard in the face?
Yeah.
A lot of these men are in their late 50s, early 60s, overweight, completely fucked up and off their faces on crack. Is that good?
Yeah. Yeah, look at me.
Are you fucked up and off your face on crack?
Yes.
It's two old men. Yeah. That's what I like, man. That's whimsy. That's not mean. That's not nasty. That's whimsy. There's whimsy. There's no shoulder pads. Look, the suit's too big. My shoulder ends here and it just hangs down.
A lot of those men are fucking mental, aren't they? And some of them are convicts.
They're convicts and
People weren't prepared to show me ID in civvies, so I put on a substandard uniform.
Okay.
Would they listen to me then?
Excuse me, sir. Iain Lee, 11 o'clock security services. Can I ask where you're going?
I'm just going to visit a mate of mine.
Right. Is that your car?
No.
I didn't think it was. Brilliant. Thanks very much. Cheers. Excuse me, sir. Iain Lee, 11 o'clock security. Can I have a quick word with you? Could I possibly see your driving licence?
No.
And that's you, Mr. R. Heedley. Would it be possible, do you think, to get either a urine sample or a blood sample, whatever it is? Would that be easier?
Where?
We can just do it here now. It'll only take a second.
Oh, this is fun. Stop to bus.
Have you got any documents to prove that is actually your baby? Because although you look similar...
I've got my book here.
Can I check
my
this?
name on it. It hasn't got his name on it.
Yeah, it says your name. It doesn't say your baby's name. Can I just ask quickly, what is your baby's name?
Alexander Nicola Douglas.
I'm not sure if that's going to be admissible in a court of law. Would it be possible to take your baby away just for a couple of weeks? We run some blood tests and DNA tests, and then if everything's fine, you'll get the baby back.
We held that bus for ages. The bus driver was so pissed off with it.
Would you mind if I searched you?
That baby will be 22 years old now. You're absolutely right.
It's Iain Lee for the 11 o'clock show.
I mean, we stopped a lot of people. Here's the thing. People weren't so media savvy back in those days. We could stop a lot of those people. Should have cut back and forth to the bus during interviewing the people. That was edited by James Bobin. One of his films has won an Oscar. He's a movie director. One of his films has won an Oscar for a song in it, I think. He directed the last two Muppet. Why don't you go to Hollywood and tell him he's done it wrong? Silly, whimsy, not that funny, but that was, filmed on the day. Could be back in the fridge again. Fred's done hardly anything.
Now, with world recession looming, the Bill Clinton-Monica Lewinsky affair seems to be about the only thing that's keeping the global economy ticking over.
Everyone was watching the Bill Clinton impeachment. Everybody. I couldn't give a shit about it. Didn't watch any of it. Didn't even know it was such a big thing, but they were just watching it all the time in the offices. And I was like, how many people did we talk to in the streets, and how much did they show? We would film for about an hour and a half, 2.25 hours if we hadn't got what we wanted. We got quicker and we got better, but we could talk to 40 people.
Leading American ice cream manufacturers are the latest companies to try and cash in on the story, releasing no fewer than 6 different tie-in flavours.
Jokes, here come some jokes.
We've got the Arkansas smoothie. Hyperactive nuts. Impeachment.
They've got rid of one.
Sub pina colada. And my favourite, the president's spunk.
I mean, I don't know if I can watch all of these. Well, carry on.
And if you're looking for a pun there, you'll be looking long and hard.
Fred.
Historians amongst us will know that Clinton is the 3rd US president ever to face impeachment hearings, but only the 2nd to ever have sex with a slave. To bring us up to date with what's going on in America, and for more snack-based news, let's go live now to our New York correspondent, Rich Hall.
I never really dug the Rich Hall
it's
bits.
Fred, can you hear me?
How are you, Fred?
I'm really
well.
well.
I can hear you. Isn't New York beautiful? Look at it. It's
gorgeous.
Look at that stunning
This
city.
cost a fortune
Yeah,
because they had
that's
to
the
hire
city
an
for-
actual studio and a satellite in America. I never really got the Rich Hall bits.
Building.
He's funny, but it's not my cup of tea.
Right over there is the Empire State Building. Can you see it?
Can see it, Rich?
No, that's too far. Yeah. Those are the brand new built book towers that you saw off to the right there.
It sounds as though the politicians are going to vote for impeachment, but has Clinton still got the backing of the public?
There was a poll last week conducted in which Clinton came in as the 5th most popular American president ever. Can you believe that? 5th. He's number 5.
After who?
Behind Washington, Lincoln, Kennedy, Reagan, and then Clinton. And since Reagan can't actually remember that he was president, he's the 4th most popular president ever.
How do you think he's managed to... How's he stayed so popular?
Well, I think if you look around, you'll find that we still have some money. You know, we're still making great snacks, Fred. Coke and Pepsi spend $8 billion a year on advertising, right? $8 billion. That's what Coke and Pepsi spend just to get you to buy Coke or Pepsi. $8 billion.
Okay.
All right.
I'm with you.
Now, okay, let's see how much effect this actually has on you, the
so
consumer.
slow and dry, isn't
footy
it?
match there, you know, and you're at the snack bar. Yeah, give me a couple of popcorns and a Coke. Sorry, sir, we only have Pepsi. Yeah, whatever.
Oh, Joe's my sister's
money
here.
well spent.
Joe's here. Here we go. Glitter Kitty. I was in the audience once. You only came once. I mean, we were. I'm going to say we weren't talking then. It's my sister, Glitter Kitty, 70, is my older sister, Joe. I say my only sister. Actually, it's not. I got loads of sisters and loads of brothers scattered around that we didn't know about at the time, that we would find out about probably about a year from here, that we had 4, 5, 6, 7, God knows how many brothers and sisters. It's weird that you only came once, isn't it? I may have been getting carried away with myself here, or lost, or whatever, but that was the first time you saw Mum in a wheelchair, was it? Ay. She was living at home still, wasn't she? Ah, man. Hey, Scotty. Moving in on my sis, giving her a subscription. Thank you, man.
Obviously, Rich, thanks very much for joining us all the way from New York. Rich Hall.
Dry. Thank you, Scotty. Keep those questions coming. I will answer those questions.
Now, football supremo Ruud Gullit has joined the long line of stars who've opened their heart and front door for Hello magazine in an article that spans 11 pages. That's roughly 10 too many. Ruud is pictured with his girlfriend Estelle and their 9-month-old daughter Joelle, who they like to dress as a Covent Garden street jester. Yes. To save you the bother of trawling through the mag, here are the only bits from Ruud's Hello interview worth reading. Estelle, Ruud didn't shag you for 4 months. Don't you think that was a bit weird?
Yes, I thought perhaps he was gay.
Ruud? I wanted to be sure myself and...
Let's just look at that for a second. I'm dressed up as Ruud Gullit, but wearing it. So I've got. I mean, is this cultural about? I've not darkened my skin, have I? Is Ruud Gullit black? I don't really know who he is. Is he? He's black, right? I've not darkened my skin, then, have I? I'm not doing blackface, am I? I don't think I'm doing blackface. I've just got, I'm not doing black. He's black. Right. Okay, everybody calm down. Justin Littlepants, thank you for the 100 bits. It's crazy how something as primal as comedy has changed in so much in 22 years. Right. You can't say basically blackface if I'm not doing blackface. I don't think there's any shade there. Right, so if you're listening on the podcast, I'm wearing a football top. I've got Ruud Gullit's sort of dreadlocked hair, resting blackface. Mandy is black and she's saying it's not, so I'm taking that as she speaks for the entire black community. Thank you. And I've got a moustache, but I'm also wearing like what we would call back in the day, you know, those leather caps that we associated for gay men. Ay. Oh, it's a good look. Screen grab that, someone.
Yes, I thought perhaps he was gay.
Ruud? I wanted to be sure myself and show that Estelle wanted something more than just a one-night stand.
One-night stand.
And that's just about it, spread over 11 filthy pages.
All of that for that. All of that for that, for nothing. This is the thing. Because it was filmed on the day, and we didn't really, as far as I remember, film too much extra stuff. We didn't really film too much extra stuff. We had some... Occasionally we'd have a couple of sketches that we might drop. Normally they would just cut out a gag here and there. But from what I remember, the show ran pretty much to time. And if something died terribly, they would rewrite it, and after the show, we'd film it again, punched up a bit. But it's me hosting again. Producer Tobes, you spoke to Brendan about this, did you? I'd love to know what Producer Tobes has worked with Brendan Burns. I'd love to know what he had to say. So feel free to type away and we'll read that out. Me hosting again. I wish I'd said, nah, I'm just going to stay out on the street. Let me just be the vox-pop guy. Sometimes less is more. Let me just be the vox-pop guy. Wish I'd stuck with that.
Tesco's have announced today that they plan to label all their genetically modified foods because customers are worried about eating them.
Genetically modified foods, that was the big news. What have I got on my hand under that desk? There's something under that desk. What is it? It's a gag coming, guys.
What a load of old flange. I've been eating genetically modified food for years, like carrots, tomatoes and courgettes, and it's never done me any harm.
Courgette fingers.
Anyway, we'll see you after the break. We'll have this.
Yeah. That was a gag.
Wicked. Wait up, girl. And you wait up too, because in the second half I'm going to be chilling with my main man. That might be on the wall. West side. That could be, Wicked.
Oh, you're gone, Tobes. What did he have to say? I think I've got that right. I've got to say, by the way, all of this is from my memory. I will be getting some of it wrong. I won't be lying, okay? I'm going to be as honest as I can. I won't be lying, but I will get bits wrong, and there will be prejudice coming from me. You know, I'll keep reiterating that, but I remember hardly anything of it. Oh, and I had a text from Mackenzie as well. Here's the newspaper seller sketch. I used to like these. A lot.
Read all about it. Man dresses children in silly coats just for a laugh. Extra.
That's a funny gag. If you're listening on the podcast, you're just going to have to watch it on YouTube. That was a funny gag. I would stand there for ages and wait. I don't know where that one was. I only remember doing it in Hammersmith, and wait for people to come, and I could time it so that I knew so that I knew when they were being shot.
Man dresses children in silly coats just for a laugh. Extra.
I look at this, and I look at the whimsy and the charm of that and of the vox pop, and I just think, fuck, man. Fuck. That should have been the show. That should have been me. That should have been me. That should have been what I was, what I pushed for. I still can be. And I like to think that maybe that's what I am. But that's what it should have been. Ricky Gervais comes into it in the next series, Ems. That's what it should have been. End of part one. Here we go. We're on schedule.
Welcome back to the 11 o'clock show. Daily boppers, Rubik cubes, conservatism. Mad fads which are quickly forgotten. But the latest craze to grip the nation is yo-yos. Here's Brendan.
This is brilliant. Bored now.
Now, if you're looking up at the sky tonight, you'd be watching one of the most spectacular meteor showers in living memory. But quite rightly, you've decided to forgo this dazzling once-in-a-lifetime experience to watch this thrice-weekly written-on-the-day topical comedy show.
But don't worry, you won't be...
I was really proud at how fast I could say things on the auto cue.
Now, we sent Ali G to get the lowdown on space and science from top boffin Professor Heinz
Now it gets funny.
Yeah, you don't stop. It goes out to the crew up top.
Andrew Newman, who sent me a very nice email the other week. Very nice email.
So what is the Big Bang?
Right, well, what happened at the beginning, that there was a gigantic flash of energy.
Yeah.
And some of the energy was turned into matter. And this matter, in the first few millions of a second, shot out all over the place.
And was it like a really loud rocking bass?
Nobody heard it because nobody was around. But it must have been a pretty fantastic event.
Was it really, really loud?
No, it wouldn't have been audible at all, because sound travels through air, so there wouldn't have been any air. I mean, with all the respect, again, it isn't a question which one can really
But
ask.
if it happened now and there was air, would it be really, really loud?
Yes.
Would it be like the loudest mega bass car stereo or louder?
I think the size of the reaction, which provided all the matter for the universe, is of a totally unimaginable size.
So would it be louder than all the stereos in the world, in America and in England put together?
Yes, by billions and billions and billions and billions of times.
All the stereos in the world and in the universe and in America and England and alien stereos and whatever.
The actual event would be thousands and millions and thousands of billions of hydrogen bombs all going off together.
So it's louder than drum and bass. What is the smallest thing in the universe?
The
He's not even doing the Ali G voice there, is he? That's Sasha talking.
The smallest thing in the universe are a hydrogen event would be thousands and millions
sorry, I
of
keep
billions
jumping
and billions of
around.
hydrogen
I'll stop
bombs
jumping
all
around.
going
Sorry,
off
guys, I'm
together.
jumping around and
So
ruining
it's
it.
louder than drum and bass.
Thank you, Lack of Sweat, for the subscription. Thank
What
you.
is the smallest thing in the universe?
The smallest thing in the universe are, I should think, some of the elementary particles which make up an atom.
How small is they?
Well, how small? I mean, how you mean in sort of?
Yeah, in centimeters.
10,000 millions of a millimeter.
Is it smaller than a sand?
He's
Is
laughing.
it smaller than a salt?
He's going, look, he's laughing.
Sand is smaller than a salt.
No, not necessarily. I mean, you can get sand grains.
But
as
salt
big.
is the smallest thing known to man.
Your hair.
Whimsy.
If you
Flour.
had any, flour is.
Flour is smaller. Is the smallest thing. I got muddled up.
He's just doing his own voice, though, wasn't he? He's just doing his voice. My cats are in. Excuse me, out of the bin. He's just doing his own voice, and this is it, the whimsy, the charm. It's harmless. It's harmless. No one's getting hurt. This Sasha interview is very boring. Show got better when he left. Nah, this is funny. Nah, you're wrong. You're wrong, internet nerd. You're wrong.
Much tinier.
But he's laughing.
Than sand.
He's laughing.
What does infinity mean?
Infinity means that if you are traveling by any means, whether it's Concorde or sitting on a beam of light, you'd never come to the end.
Is it a number?
No.
Is it more or less than a million?
It's the childlike quality, which I think you also get in my vox pops. I'm not saying I'm as funny as Sasha. It's that childlike quality. The newspaper seller, the vox pops, that childlike quality. And I wish we'd kept hold of that. This is funny, man.
Million.
More. Because you can always add one onto the end.
Okay, I'll add a million on the end. million.
She's like my kids. There is no edge, because by definition.
Even if I carry on saying that all day.
Someone's asked, was Dennis Penny's part of the 11 o'clock show? He was before that, and I really upset one of the producers. Can't remember her name. We'll see her name in the end credits, because when one of my first sort of meetings for the 11 o'clock audition interview things, I'd said I didn't find Dennis Pennis very funny, and I thought there was more that could be done. Fuck, the arrogance, and the woman whose name I can't remember, I can picture her, Lucy, somebody went, oh, well, I produced that. Oh, shit, I had to double down. Couldn't back down. My mate Paul Garner wrote a lot of that Dennis Pennis stuff.
What happens if I use zillion?
Still have no idea, because
Killian?
No idea, because
there isn't anything bigger than a killian.
The principle is that whatever number
he's going. Ali's going.
Is, I can always come along and says, I've got a number which is one bigger.
And that number is infinity.
No.
And now it's me and Fred at the table.
5 months after well-known alky Kevin Lloyd died.
Oh, fuck! 5 months after well-known alky Kevin Lloyd died. Oh, shit. Shit. We talked about that meanness. I didn't realise it happened so early. As an alky, as a druggie. Oh, fuck. I was playing a character. Doesn't excuse it, doesn't explain it. I was playing a character. And you can say things when you're playing a character, but fuck.
5 months after well-known alky Kevin Lloyd died following his collapse in the pub, just days after being sacked from the Bill for going on a week-long bender, an inquest has concluded there is some connection between his death and booze.
Most amazing of all is that Tosh was actually able to hold down his job in the Bill for 10 years despite his boozy ways, which saw him down up to 20 beers a day. Who else could drink themselves stupid and still manage to do their job? Well, Brendan reckons he can, so after last night's show, we locked him in the studio with a stack of beers and asked him to write just one decent joke. Let's see how he got on.
Oh, this is shit. Here's one thing they did. I didn't have any power to veto any jokes. I did have that power later on and I didn't use it. And I would often do the jokes that Daisy or Mackenzie refused to do. Because I wanted to please people. I'll do it. Yeah, I'll do it. One of the things that the audition process and the process leading up to this series went on for months and months and months and months. And one of the things they tried in the basement of Talkback, by Peter Fincham, Griff Rhys-Jones and Mel Smith, in the basement on Percy Street, was this thing. They would do like run-through shows hosted by like Mitch Benn or Dom Jolly hosted one, and can't remember who else did it. Everyone did it. And one of the things was they would get 3 people absolutely fucking pissed. And they'd have a feature called, I don't remember what it was called, but they would have these 3 people that were pissed, and they'd spend all day just giving them vodka and stuff. And they would be interviewed. And it was, I don't think they ever did it in the street. They never did it in the show. They never did it in the show because one woman collapsed and someone puked up in a car and stuff. So it went on for a long time. They didn't, sorry, I'm reading something on the screen. It didn't go on for a long time. He does cocaine, I remember that.
Looks like you were on to something at the end there. Come on, let's have the gag.
I've been eating genetically modified food all my life, and it's not done me any harm.
That's pathetic. And what's more, we've done that gag already.
But you haven't had the punchline yet.
According to official figures released today, the Tory party conference was watched by a massive 0.3 million people. That means it was pipped in the ratings war by a repeat of Channel 5's tiresome seaside drama Sunset Beach. If the Tories really want to get viewers, they need to spice the conference up a bit, make it a bit more exciting. I don't know, do something like this.
This week I'm in Bournemouth for the Tory party conference.
I don't want to get
where
involved.
a 14-year-old boy made the headlines by calling for the restoration of flogging.
I'm not getting involved.
But just what sort of youth joins William Hague's Tory party?
I'm not getting involved.
I'm here to find out.
What attracts you to the Conservative Party rather than Labour?
I'm attracted to the Conservative Party because it's a principled party, like I said. Labour is a party of froth. We actually stand for something.
A lot of people's images of young people in politics, especially Conservatives, of them being sort of, I don't know, spotty, dysfunctional youths. Do you think that's a fair comment or not?
No, it's not at all.
Right.
People they're just normal young people.
What sort of stuff do you talk about?
All right. I talk about things other than politics.
Hello? Karen, go on. No, I'm doing the young Tory people. Karen, just keep doing it.
I talk...
I'm doing the young Tories, yeah.
I mean, we talk about...
No, it's not. It's boring.
All...
To revamp the sort of youthful image of the Conservative Party. He's ditched the old young Conservatives, and he's repackaged the whole thing. He's calling it Conservative Future. But why would he need to? I went to ask him. Mr. Hague, I was just wondering whether you were worried that the children in this new organisation might be as embarrassing as the young Conservatives were. Did you guys get tanked up after the conference? I mean, is it really a... Well, no, get down and...
I've got them in.
All right. Do you guys stand up as well? Thank you. Go on, get them down.
You've got the Tory boy image, which we're trying to get rid of. But all...
Sorry. So the image you want to present what? Is sort of very... almost girl's blouse sipping a beer?
No.
What?
Combination...
Well, come on, drink like a man. Go on,
That's quite funny. Go on, drink like a man.
Go on, let's have another one.
No.
Go on, mate.
Thank you, protect us.
I thought you guys were up for a laugh.
Well, I think...
Go on, finish it. Finish it, I'll kick your head in.
Finish it, I'll kick your head in. That's quite
You want
funny.
people to listen to you and not think that it's weird that at your age you should be at the conference.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yeah, that's...
Okay, that's great. Well, thanks very much for that.
Okay.
And, here. Is that your first interview to me?
Yeah.
All right, well, go on. I'll give you that. And, that's from us. Well,
Finish it
that
or
was
I'll
the
kick your head in.
Conservative
That's
conference.
funny.
I think I've just seen the future, and it's scary.
I'm getting really...
Zoe Ball is soon to appear in a new TV ad where she's asked revealing questions why wild up to a lie detector. Well, when you've got a guest like Max Clifford, who once claimed that lying and deception is a big part of PR, why not give him the same treatment? Please welcome Max for some interrogation while strapped to our genuine lie detector. We're not making this up. This machine works by measuring stress levels in the voice. Max, are you ready?
I'm ready.
OK.
Fucking hell, man. Oh, we got Max Clifford strapped up to a lie detector. I remember this lie detector. It was shit. It didn't really work. It was supposed to be like... this lie detector was supposed to be the one that Israeli security used. Right, it's real, but it was rubbish. Anyone else really uncomfortable?
Let's sort out the facts from the bollock. Here we go.
The facts from the bollock.
First cab off the rank. Did David Mellor really wear a Chelsea football strip in bed with Antonio de Sanchez?
That's what she said.
Yeah.
He said he did.
Who do you believe? Do you believe her or do you believe him?
I believe her. I think if you look like David Mellor, you're bound to wear something to take it away from the face.
Like Is Prince Edward one of the gays?
I need my tiny Alan Bennett to get me out of this. Is Prince Edward one of the... Prince Edward once held a door open for me.
Again, you know, Fred's your man. He's far more experienced in those areas than I am.
There we go,
And
Fred.
working at London Weekend, you've got to be an authority in that subject.
It was London Weekend he made homophobic jokes about. London Weekend.
What did LWT used to stand for?
Limp wrist television.
That was it. We'll talk about it. Let's get through it. We're nearly done. We'll get through it and then we'll talk about it.
Okay. What keeps you awake at night? And I'm not being rude there with that one.
You're not being rude.
No.
What keeps me awake?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, very little at my age.
Excitement. Ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, incidentally, while we're on the fact, have you read next week's Private Eye?
No, I've not. What's in next week's Private Eye?
You're in it.
Fuck.
Shitster.
Me personally? Or
Yes, you personally. Yes.
What does it say?
Well, I haven't written it yet, but...
Ladies and gentlemen, he's my best friend in the world. I'm giving him £10. It's Max Clifford. Thank you very much, Max.
Bully. 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 What a slimy shit of a man. I'm glad he's dead.
Cheers, thanks a lot.
Glad he's dead. For those who don't know, he's a rapist. And I'm glad he's dead. It's weird, the show's got no kind of direction, does it? It's like just like a collection of stuff. It starts to take shape more in series 2, but at the moment it's just a collection of stuff.
Richard Branson got into trouble earlier this week after swearing on BBC Radio.
Me again?
The BBC were outraged by Branson's
I'm doing the
outburst
whole
because
show.
they have a very strict policy on rude words. For example, we've managed to get hold of a leaked copy of a genuine BBC internal memo on the topic. It's absolutely real, and it's titled Sensitivities Towards the Use of the Word Twat. And it reads, it appears there is some uncertainty about the meaning of the word twat.
Taught the word twat to my 8-year-old today.
In many parts of the country, it's another term for the C word.
So we've decided to help our public service rival by finding out exactly where it is that the word has a rude meaning. We've enlisted the help of the Semiotics Department of Bristol University to draw up this twat map of Britain.
The experts' research has revealed it's safe to use the word in rural Berkshire, which I know is here, and it's a traditional word for herbal ointment for bee stings.
Yeah, I can well remember my old nan rubbing a twat on my throbbing forehead.
You can use the word in Cornwall without offence. There, a twat is a type of net used by trawlermen.
At night, they can often be heard drunkenly bragging about the number of fishy old twats they've had their weather-beaten fingers in over the years.
Nor is the word considered rude in Derbyshire's Peak District. The twat there is a deep underground cave.
And at the weekend, the pubs ring out with tales of how novice potholers have got embarrassingly stuck as they tried to squeeze their way into a tight, dripping twat.
But the word is very vulgar in the Wiltshire town of Devizes, where it apparently means vagina.
And if you want to complain about that last item, write to the twats at the BBC.
Now, we've only been going for...
That was a weird edit, wasn't it? We'll watch. I've got something we'll watch after this quickly. That was a weird edit. We're nearly done. We're
2
nearly
weeks,
done.
but already the format of the 11 o'clock show has been sold around the globe.
The show's really taken off in Holland, where they're doing their own version called the 11 Uur Show.
Oh, I'm a
which
skeleton
I think
in
roughly
this.
translates as the 11 o'clock show.
I'm a skeleton.
And our own Euro correspondent, Wim van der Laan, has landed a plum job as presenter. Let's see what he and his co-hosts are up to.
Kriegoeters mij nog pijn herdaan.
That's me.
Nu is het dat voor onze volksnacht hebben vonden onze kunst van de verre old Brandon Burns. Brandon, wat voor hechte bloemen hazen Uli kniek en
G'day, Wim. Aussies have been throwing their Barbies like boomerangs this arvo, after the Brisbane Parliament introduced the new Australian Music Directive. From now on, all households in Queensland must have at least one copy of Midnight Oil's Beds Are Burning, one copy of Woodface by Crowded House, and 2 copies of Kylie Minogue's I Should Be So Lucky, 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 Lucky.
Is that true, Brandon?
Nah, it's a sack full of dingoes danglers.
Then why are you telling us this?
Because we're Australian and we hate you Belgians.
Crazy. I talk to this guy every day and he doesn't get it into his stupid Aussie head that I'm a Dutchman. Vanka.
Tedious, isn't it? It's tedious.
Now listen, fellas, there's something I have to tell you, and you at home is I'm leaving the show. I can't stand the late nights and sparring with a balding co-presenter and putting up with the bubble-necked ponce. And if Denise can leave Channel 4 for ITV, then so can I. So,
all right, mate.
Denise.
See you later, Brady. Cheers.
Denise who?
No. There's no point putting on a brave face. I'm going. I'm leaving.
Cheers, mate.
No. All right, I'll stay till the end of the show.
Goodbye.
Bye.
That's it. And that's it. And that's it. God, it's boring, wasn't it? It is boring. We'll watch something. I found something in a second. It's boring. That was it. That was the end of Series 1. No, it couldn't have been that night because I went home. Shortly after that, there was like a rap party at a bar. I bought some PVC trousers from a sex shop. And I went thinking I looked cool and everyone laughed at me. Got very, very drunk. I snogged Brendan Burns in front of everyone, like in a jokey, horrible, jokey way. It used to terrify me. Fred was very drunk and was very nice. And that was the end of that. That was the end of that. Shortly after that, so that all wrapped up in September. I don't think the next series started until March of next year. We weren't sure it was going to come back. So October, November, December, January, February, March. There were about 3 months where we didn't know it was going to come back. I couldn't sign on again. I'd signed off for this. I couldn't sign on. I got so I got one grand a week for the 2 weeks, so £2,000. A little bit before that, like maybe $250 a week for a month running up to it. The production team felt sorry for me because my agent didn't get me more money, and so they gave me like £5,000. So I had like 10 grand, 8, 9, 10 grand. I didn't know about tax. So I had 8, 9, 10 grand, whatever it was, and where was I living at the time? Was I living with Mackenzie at this point? Was I living with Mackenzie at this point? Was I still? Oh no, I wasn't living with Mackenzie. Of course not. I was living with my mum in Slough, Mackenzie Crook. I was living with my mum in Slough, and I was staying at Tessa's house, and her friend Natalie, who was also in that house, sent me a very nice message today, really nice message. And I lived in their house for months without paying rent, smoked a lot of weed, made them watch a shit Jackie Chan film, and I didn't move in with Mackenzie for a while. And for the next 6 months, I didn't work. Couldn't sign on. I remember my dad got me a job. I can get you a job handing out leaflets. I'm like, I can't fucking do that. I've been on the telly. I didn't know what I was. There was this weird thing where maybe the show was going to get picked up and be big, or maybe it wouldn't, right? Maybe it wouldn't. And so I didn't know. I didn't know what I was. I did a little bit of stand-up. I think I did They Think It's All Over in that break. I think I did, which was a terrible, terrible mistake to do that. I don't really want to watch They Think It's All Over, so I don't think we will. Who was that guy? Ian Stone. All these people. Who are all these people? I'm actually finding this really hard work. Oh, this is the one with the kids. We got in trouble. We went and filmed at a school. We got in trouble for being too rude with the kids, and we had to pull it. There you go. Let's watch this. This is 11 o'clock show being talked about on Right to Reply, which was like the Channel 4 version of Points of View. Don't forget, you can sub if you want, guys. Link your Amazon Prime account to Twitch. You can sub. I get a $5. It doesn't cost you a penny. It's a $5 that you wouldn't be able to spend. I get it. Thank you, Jeff Bezos. Or you can just sub with your own money. Or if you want to donate, paypal.me. Let me just put that in the chat. paypal.me/Iain Lee. If you want to donate and keep this going, thank you, because I ain't on that kind of money anymore. Right, let's have a look at this.
Over the last 2 weeks, Channel 4 has been trying out a new 3 times a week satire show.
Oh, okay, this is after that series. Okay, so this is the end of that series. This is Right to Reply. People hated us. People, thank you for the bits, Davey, I appreciate that. People hated us.
The first joke seemed to be based on its title. The 11 o'clock show started more regularly at 5 or 5 past than on the hour. For some viewers, the title wasn't the only thing that missed the mark. Andrew Best was one of many who found the show did not live up to its claims.
Fuck off, Andrew Best! Fuck off! The fuck out of here, for fuck's sake! The fuck off! See what Bestie looks like, shall we?
It's Thursday the 8th of October, it's Channel 4 and it's the 8th day in a row that the Queen Mother hasn't died.
The 11 o'clock show is topical and satirical, or so it claims. Last week's sketches included a report on new techniques in plastic surgery.
Plastic! It's plastic surgery! Plastic surgery, you prick!
Soon, they joked, face transplants will be possible.
If you had a choice, there's only 2 faces left, between Dean Gaffney from EastEnders and Simon Weston. Whose face would you take?
I'd go without. I thought this
Fair play.
was cruel and tasteless. I didn't think it was satirical, and I certainly didn't find it funny.
Fair play, I'm actually on Andrew, my sister's calling him Andrew Worst. Let's all back away. This guy's actually right. That bit wasn't funny. That bit wasn't funny. That bit wasn't for Andrew. I apologise. I agree with you. That bit wasn't funny.
I believe a man who's shown such courage and dignity deserves better treatment. And so
What about Dean Gaffney? Dean Gaffney, what about... Oh, pause up. But what about Simon Weston?
So did many other viewers who rang Channel 4 to complain. But if the producers were hoping to measure their success by the number of complaints, then they were doing pretty well. Bang! More people rang to complain when they saw nothing amusing in trying to defuse a bomb in a busy...
It's all my bits! It's all my bits! It's all my bits they're complaining about! That's Victoria, that's just around the corner from Channel 4. It's all my bits that they're complaining about! He's right about the Simon Weston. But the bomb bit was funny.
Shopping street so soon after the Omar atrocity.
Oh, come on! Come on!
Innocent death was a popular target on the show.
Louise Woodward, the woman who brought new meaning to the...
Fair play! Fair play! Okay. 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 Fair play. Okay. Okay. Fair play.
Phrase bouncing baby boy. Today had her first lecture at the South Bank University, where she's studying for a degree in law.
Apparently her first day has been rather difficult. When people asked, what did you do in your year off? She had to reply, I shook a baby to death.
I would like to... apologise to Andrew Best for those jokes and for my outburst about 2.5 minutes ago. You were right. You were right. Turns out Andrew Best was right. It's all me. It's all. He's right. Those jokes are unacceptable.
That same joke was rehashed another 5 times over the next minute.
It was. Yep, it was. I mean, this guy's spot on. Davey, thank you for the bits. Appreciated.
And that drew the greatest number of complaints. So was this show deliberately trying to offend?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say...
Peter Fincham, head of Talkback Productions, owned by Mel and Griff, went on to be the head of the BBC. He had to leave the BBC. Anyone know why Peter Fincham had to leave the BBC? Anyone know? Anyone know what scandal he forced him to leave the BBC? Anyone? Anyone? My sister's got it right. Didn't shag a dog. Not an affair. My sister's got it right. It was that clip of a documentary about the Queen, and it shows something happening, something bad happening, and then the Queen storming off as though she's like, fuck that, I'm not going to stay in there. She storms off. But actually, she was actually rushing to get somewhere. It was in the trailer, I think, not in the actual episode. So the actual episode looked like she was storming off in a huff, but actually in the episode she's racing towards something that she was late for. Where is Peter Fincham now? Where is Peter Fincham? These millionaires.
That the show set out to offend viewers. It set out to make people laugh and to be funny. And it's on late at night on Channel 4, where viewers expect a show that's got a bit of edge to it.
He's probably younger than I am now.
And where you've got comedy that's got a bit of edge to it, in the eyes of some viewers, that might cross over the edge and be offensive. And if that's the case, that's a shame, you know. That's if it causes offence, we regret it. But that's not what it sets out to do, no.
Do you think perhaps you're guilty of being merely offensive rather than satirical?
Well, that's a very difficult line to draw between the two things. I mean, very often what in one person's eyes is satirical, in another person's eyes is offensive. And if comedy never strayed over that line, wherever it may be, it might all become bland and not funny. It's a very difficult one to get the right perspective on.
Channel 4 is supposed to be different. Its other shows include Eurotrash and South Park, which I
Eurotrash and South Park. It's all me!
Watch and have no problem with. But does being alternative and at the forefront of comedy mean having to offend viewers?
Kevin Ligo! Ah! Head of Channel 4, I think he's going to say. Currently the head of ITV. I had a meeting with him when I was going to do The Jungle. Iain, lovely to see you. Lovely to see you. Going to do great things with you, I think. Looking forward to seeing you in The Jungle. We're going to do great things with you afterwards. A nice guy, Kevin. A really nice guy, actually. You know, that kind of Oxbridge, him and Peter Fincham, these kind of posh boys. Always been very, very nice to me. Give us a job. Give us a job. Give us a job. Give us a job. Kevin, give us a job, Kevin. Kevin Ligo, give us a job. Please. Please, man. You're the head of ITV. You sat in your office. Before I went in The Jungle, please, Kevin, give us a job. Bumped into you in a hotel in Edinburgh once, breakfast, and I came and said hello, but I didn't sit down with you. Respected your space. Give us a job. Please, Kevin Ligo of ITV, please, man. Please. Give us a job, Kevin Ligo of ITV, please. I was popular after The Jungle for a bit. I had a lot of meetings in your building, and they didn't come to anything. Give us a job, Kevin, please. Give us a fucking job, please. I didn't mean to swear there. I can do it without swearing. Please. Please, Kevin Ligo. Give me a fucking job. I swore again. I swear to God I can do it without swearing. But I really want a fucking job. Please! Kevin! Please! Fuck's sake, man. Give us a job. You can clip that and we'll send it to him. Clip that, we'll send it to him. That'll get me a job. Watch that, internet nerd. That's a timeout. That's a timeout. It may not have been meant like that, but that's a timeout. Someone clip that, please. We'll send that. We're going to get a job off the back of this.
On the taste and decency side,
Head of entertainment.
The
Look at all these VHS tapes. What have we got here? Club. These would be like all shitty pilots and showreels and stuff.
the problems of setting up a new show with a new team and new people are often about where you can draw the line. And I don't think you should ever say in comedy you can't make jokes about this or you can't make jokes about that. And everything must be on a kind of case-by-case basis, which is very hard on a topical, quick turnaround show. But I am happy with the material, and I think we've got the level about right. It needs to be sparky, it needs to be on the edge. Otherwise, I don't see any point in doing it.
Are there no taboos anymore? Is everything and everybody fair game?
There are some areas that are still very sensitive. The royal family comes in...
It's Mark Lewison! Oh, cat Patty, you've done a really stinky fart. It's my cat. I've been to Mark Lewison's house. This is a strange turn-up for the books. It's Mark Lewison. I've been to his house. He's the Beatles expert. He's the Beatles expert. It's Mark Lewison. Too, thank you. It's the Mark Lewison. When I went to his house to talk about the Beatles, he gave me that book, the Radio Times Comedy Guide. And I'm in it. I'm in it. It's the Mark Lewison.
Comes in, you know, for a lot of jokes at his expense, but nonetheless it is relatively taboo. But I think if you look back at the history of TV comedy, you'll see things that were considered taboo 20 odd years ago, 20, 30 years ago, and were quite shocking in their day.
I don't care if you don't know who the fuck he is. Go and Google him. He's famous. He wrote the best books about the Beatles.
Are now perfectly okay.
And he's a nice
guy.
guy.
They mentioned even like Before the Watershed. And I think the 11 o'clock show is an example of a programme which is really, you know, just going a little bit over the top in order to get some publicity, if you like, or to make its mark.
Yes, Mark! Yes! Thank you for the bits, Matty! Yes!
I think the 11 o'clock show was too close to the edge, and on a number of occasions toppled over. It may have said...
Goodbye. Goodbye. He's right. He's right. I mean, he's right. That's the thing. You can't argue. He's right. Is there anything else here that's short that I want to show you? No, not tonight. Oh, this might be the longer police guards. Do you want to watch this? This is longer, I think. That VT that we watched of me talking about security guards, I think this is longer. Should we see if this is longer? It might not be.
According to today's papers, private security guards are to replace the police for certain duties. So I've come to North London to ask, are people ready to take orders from overweight, middle-aged, tattooed, ex-army nutters who couldn't get a job anywhere else?
Different
now,
series.
I don't know if you've seen in the paper today that a lot of the jobs the police force actually do now are going to be taken over by private security firms. How do you feel about that?
There we go. I got balls at that point. It's a different series. We'll watch that at a different time. I just whacked a guy in the chest. One of my favourite things to do was with the microphone was just push it in people's mouths, so they go like that. I think we're done. That's an hour and 20 minutes. I think we're done. Can I ask you guys a question? Right. I don't think I've got anything else to say about that episode or that series. I don't think. Thank you, Turins, for the 100 bits. I don't think I've got anything else to say about that series. If there's any questions, type them in the chat now, and I will answer them. Any questions? Last week, we talked about Mackenzie, and I was reminded of a thing that was talked about for Series 2 that he was in called Lucky Beggars, where he would be begging in a subway, like an underpass, and covered in rags and stuff. And if someone gave him money, he'd throw the rags off and jump out in a spangly suit and give them like 100 quid. And like sexy dancers would come out. And I didn't know if they'd filmed it or if it was just an idea. Mackenzie says, I don't think we ever actually did it. I remember being horrified at the idea. Daniel says, what was the worst part? These are questions coming in live from the chat. The worst part about working on that programme? The insecurity, the loneliness, the fear, suddenly becoming famous. I became famous and I didn't know what to do with it. No one sitting down and no one sitting down and helping me. How much did you get paid for They Think It's All Over, if at all? I want to say $5,000. I did it twice. But 5 sounds a lot. 3, 4, 5, something like that. Do you want me to contact Brendan for you so he can give you his thoughts? It won't be live due to the time difference. I don't know if I want to wake that beast, Tobes. Any tension with the other two when you start getting more airtime? No. Are you wanting to quit radio? Yes, I am. Yeah. Was it Fred and Brendan's decision to leave? No, Channel 4 decided. Channel 4 decided to get rid of them. Why didn't you want to do the last series 11 o'clock show? I didn't think it was funny. I know seeing that, didn't think it was funny. Series 5, I was the only person left on the team. In front of the camera and behind the camera. Everybody had gone. Runners, producers, writers, everybody had gone. And they offered me, I asked for a silly amount of money. I didn't want to do it. And I said, I would do it for £12,000 a week. The end of the last series, I think I was getting like $6,000 a week. $5,000 a week. $5,000 a week. I said, I'd do it for £12,000 a week. And they came back and said, we'll give you $9,000 a week for 10 weeks. And I went, yep. And I did the pilot and I took my friend Paul Garner and it was shit. We'll see the pilot at some point. And I said to Paul, that wasn't good, was it? He went, no, it was terrible. It was terrible. I said, I can't do it. This was on the Thursday. The show started on the Tuesday. I pulled out. Terrible behaviour. Terrible behaviour. Terrible behaviour. I was starting to take a lot of drugs. Thank you for the subscription, G-Cubs. I was full of fear. I was scared. I had this, quite often a lot of drug addicts have this thing. Right, at the same time, simultaneously. Devrock, thank you for the subscription. Simultaneously thinking you're a genius and you're the best fucking thing there's ever been, and also thinking you're a piece of shit and worthless and talentless and you should die. Those thoughts would sit side by side. That's why I didn't do the last series of the 11 o'clock show. Should have had the courage of my convictions and pulled out 6 months before. Not 5 days before. One of the worst things I've ever done. If Series 1 was it, what would you have done next? If I hadn't have got another job, I'd have gone on to doing props. Do you still smoke weed? Nope, don't take drugs. I'm a recovering drug addict and I'm nearly 2 years clean again. Haven't got the suit. Had to tend the chickens at work. How's Clifford? Yeah, he was funny. What's it say on your pin? This is a rabbit hole pin. You can get this at iainlee.com. It's a podcast I do with my mate Kath. How many days a week would you work on the show? Oh, I'd be in there 5 days a week. I seem to remember. Do you buy a cream soda in multi-packs? Yeah, I get 4-pack from Tesco. How did you get your break on the show? I auditioned for it. Would you do it again? Yeah, but totally different. DJ Nick UK, thank you for the subscription. Where was Daisy at this point? You would have seen her name in the credits had we seen the credits. She was Harry Thompson's assistant. Harry Thompson was the producer of the show. Do you think episode 6 seems boring because you ran out of steam doing 6 shows in 2 weeks? Yes. What was the vibe like backstage? I don't remember. Do you think we need a show to combat social media or highlight its influence? I don't know. The master tapes kept of the show, or were they wiped? This was before digital. I don't know. Why did Brendan not wear a suit? Well, Fred was supposed to be like the father figure. I was supposed to be the weird reporter guy in the corner, and Brendan was supposed to be the cool, kind of trendy guy. When will I be doing Twitch 9 to 5? I might be doing it all this week. I'm off radio this week. Would you host a game show? I have done. I turned a lot of game shows down. Don't ask for gifts, please. I turned a lot of game shows down. I would do it now. Who replaced me? John Holmes. I haven't got any episodes of Rise or Thumb Bandits to watch. I would do commentary. I'll be up for doing it. Are you going to keep doing these streams? Well, here's the thing. Am I going to keep doing these streams? I don't know. I guess we've got 368 people here. That's what it says on my feed. I guess you're finding it interesting. I'm worrying how good it is for my mental health. I'm also worrying if it's going to be bad for my career, because some of this stuff that's coming up is fucking horrendously mean and cruel. Homophobic. Possibly racist. Certainly misogynistic. And I'm wondering if that's going to cause me damage bringing that up. How do I cope with mental health? That's too big a question. I have friends I talk to. I'm lucky enough I can afford a therapist, and I'm on Effexor, venlafaxine, 150 milligrams. Yeah, your honesty during these videos is humbling. Thanks for sharing, and I hope you don't quit the radio. Thank you, Charlie. Was your BBC 5 Counties radio show your best work? I think it was. I was on BBC 3 Counties. Who's the funniest comedian in real life you met during the 11 o'clock show? Frank Carson and Ricky. Ricky would just have me in tears. Loved it. Was I watching any Tom Green at this point? No. Do you think you could go back out on the street with a microphone and camera and ask the public questions for your own show? I would love to. I've thought about doing it. I don't quite know what the angle would be. I've thought about it, and also how would I make money out of it? Did you get any other TV gigs at the time, or did you host an award show? I hosted the Q Awards, which I don't want to watch because it was awful. Maybe we'll watch the Q Awards. Got paid £10,000 for that. This is the world I was living in. That was a little bit later when I was doing Rise, and I didn't have a clue what I was doing. I met Christina Aguilera, Robert Smith, Scott Walker. Thank you for the bits, Justin. Sleeping stream soon. Yeah, I'll be doing that. Amaranth, who's banned me from her channel, has been doing a sleeping stream. There are some Thumb Bandits episodes on YouTube. Would you want me to ever watch them? No. Oh, if I'm gonna watch these, I'm gonna watch these as they are. Have you thought about making a documentary podcast about the meanness? Nah. Thought you were coming off the venlafaxine. Staying on it. What was your favourite studio guest? I remember being very excited when Christopher Lee came in. Christopher Lee was a very interesting man, fascinating, but very, very dry. And I'd worked with him before, and he just wanted to talk about that, and we had to it didn't go very well. I think the 11 o'clock show was funnier than Trigger Happy, genuinely. I think we're done with the questions. I think we're done with the questions. Thank you, Perceptive Earth. I think we're there. I think we're done for tonight. Thank you. I was going to stick around and play games. In fact, I might just do that. Thank you very much for watching the 11 o'clock show revisited. Commentary by me, Iain Lee. Goes out Sunday nights 8 p.m. on twitch.tv/Iain Lee. If you want to donate, if you're watching this on YouTube or you're listening on the podcast, as it will be, then please paypal.me/Iain Lee if we want to keep these going. Thank you so much for watching. It's been interesting, and I'll see you next Sunday at 8. Cheers. I don't know if it's worth carrying on. Shh, I'm back. Do you want to play some video games? Why did the viewers go up 50 there when it ended? Do you want to play some video games? Right, those who just watched the 11 o'clock show, thank you. You're welcome to go. Yeah, lock in. But if you want to stick around and play some video games with me, you're very welcome. Well, I was going to play a bit of Command and Conquer. No, I'm bored of Chucky Egg. Thank you, everyone. I hope you enjoyed that. Are there any other questions you've got before we crack on? Spelunky? No. Any other questions? I need a pee. But I just got such high viewing figures that I just don't know. I don't know what to do. Iggy, just chill out. Who knows what's going to happen? Oh, Scotty, I got an answer to that. No. You're welcome, Daniel. I do like baseball, yeah. I went to see one of the New York teams when I was over there last, and we loved it. You've got your gift. You've got the gift, Matt Clark. It's there. You've got it. You got it. I'm off the radio this week. Do you ever speak to Paul, that guy who works in a game shop in Thumb Bandits? I don't know who that was. You can smoke now, yes. Celebrity grade cocaine. Voila. Yeah, I was concerned about what Max Clifford said about Private Eye. This TV show I did where we watched TV was called... Invented by Richard Bacon. They stole the idea for Gogglebox. It was called... Flickers. What was it called? Flickers. Flipside. Thank you. Flipside. I've got some of them on VHS. Pete, I got a load of VHS tapes of my stuff. A Scottish guy you made fun of all the time when reviewing games. I don't remember that. Is there any TV work? Here we go. That you were offered that you regret not taking? Yes, I regret not hosting Have I Got News For You? It's a true story. It's just a true story. It's a true story. Can I go for a pee and then maybe we'll play some games? Let me go for a pee, guys. Coming back. I'm coming back. What the fuck is going on out here? You can't see about this. I'm officially on my holidays. I'm officially on my holidays. What's Twitter? Let's have a little quick look at Twitter while we're... Just logged into Twitch and I'm banned. Can you unban me, please? Thanks. I don't know who the fuck you are. I'm not... Here's the thing. If people are banned, I've decided if I ban people on Twitter and Facebook, they're banned. They're banned. And they're staying banned. Andrew Sandoval. If I ban people, they're staying banned. All right? They're freaking staying banned. Enough of... I think Vermin was a prick as well. Do you know what? He's banned on... He's banned on Twitter. No, we talked about mental health. I'm tired of talking about mental health for tonight. I did Fat Q. I was on Fat Q a few times. Yeah, I got in trouble with my girlfriend because I flirted with the host. I was a terrible human being back in those days. What was her name? Karen... Touch Me, I'm Karen, something was the name of her show. And I flirted with her terribly. And I went home and it was filmed in Bristol and my girlfriend was rightfully furious. I was an arsehole. Written by Frankie Boyle. Frankie Boyle was one of the writers there. I'm not going to get Ask Adam Buxton to do a persuasionist version of this. By the way, some people have said they'd like to see a live show of this. If anyone wants to make an offer, I'll do this show live. I'll take this show out live. If a venue wants to make an offer, then do. It is going to be a podcast. I'm coming to Liverpool, but we haven't got a show booked. I'm coming up to see Pete Best play. Karen Taylor, that was it. I'm finding doing this interesting. I can't think I'm going to do all of them because it's just in the same way I can't think I'm never going to take drugs again. If you think I'm never going to take drugs again, you go, wow, that's a long time. Fuck it, I'm going to get high. So you have to think, I'm not going to take drugs today, and tomorrow we'll talk about it. But I'm not taking drugs today. All I've got to do is not take drugs today. And the same with this. I can't think, oh God, I've got like another 75, 80 episodes of this to do. Because that would drive me nuts. I don't know if they are brilliant, but we're getting good viewing figures. People are enjoying it. People are enjoying it, you know. What are you doing? What are you doing? Come on, guys. Where is it? I love you two so much. Carry on. There's a big cardboard box out there and they're doing it. Stu, there is no video of that. There might be some video of that, actually. Iain, I used to listen to you all the time when I was a kid. Thank you. I'm coming up. I got the world to know. Never letting go. I'm coming up. Dr. Greeneggs, what? I suppose I want to ask about how the media, papers, TV, consume people, but how we all watch it. Then you do the honest stream, this honest stream, and it immediately shows the person instead of the PR. Totally understand if you don't want to. Oh, do this. Gotcha. I'm coming up. Want a world to know. Never. Can we? I just want to fucking play some Call of Duty. Not Left 4 Dead. Because that was rubbish. Command and Conquer. Command and Conquer. Oh, I've got a code for Call of Duty to play it on this PC. Got given it for free. I got given 2 codes, actually. You can hear that, right? Why is that so big? Hang on, guys. I haven't started Elite yet. Here's the thing, can I be honest? When Limmy came and joined the stream, and I think he recognised it, my heart sunk. Because obviously I can say this because he's streaming now. My heart sunk. Because I'm a big fanboy, and I want to be him, and I want him to notice me, and I want him to like me. We're not friends, I don't know the fucker. But I want Limmy to like me and notice me. And then he comes in and we're watching the 11 o'clock show. What did he say anything? And it's not very funny and it's old and I just feel like an unfunny old prick. I feel, watching the 11 o'clock show, I do feel old and unfunny. Outed his friends for watching you. Did he? I'm coming up. I want the world to know, never letting go. Coming up. What's going on here? Why doesn't that transform? I was coming up. I want the world to know, never letting go. I'm coming up. By the way, it's a fucking disgrace they're getting rid of the overnight show. It's a fucking disgrace they're getting rid of the overnight show on BBC London. Jim Davis. Disgrace. How do I make this? How do I make this like fit that screen? You don't need to. Don't need to, boy. You don't need to. You do it this way. No, you do it this way. No, you do it this way. No, you do it this way. Can you see that all right? If you want to go and watch Limmy, you can do that. I want to play this game. I'm on my holidays now. We're going to do some good streaming this week. I don't want to listen. I want to listen to a phone-in show, not a 5 Live show. A phone-in show. Tutorial. Load. Options. Load. How do I load? I got fucking tutorial. It's very quiet for me. Quite sure why it's so quiet.
Move command to your zone troopers into the designated area to the east by right-clicking on the terrain.
What am I doing?
What's the call?
Move the zone troopers to the designated area. There.
Let's get over there. Good work. Your troops are moving out. This is the shooting range. Time for some target practice.
Whoa, that mouse is way too sensitive. Is that resolution good? 22560 by 40. Did an escape room today. It was incredible. Oh, it's incredible. BBC's gone, mate. This has not aged well. What, this game? Are you talking about? How do I do the mouse sensitivity? Mouse. There we go.
If your zone troopers are still selected, right-click on the targets downrange and the zone troopers will fire on them. If your troops aren't selected, drag a box around the whole group and then open fire.
On what?
Destroy all of the targets.
Troopers in the field. Get a load of this. Pin them down.
All targets are destroyed. Excellent work, Commander. Notice that one of your zone trooper squads has a special symbol hovering above it when it is selected. This squad is now a veteran squad.
The graphics are great. What are you talking about? What's going on? Why has everyone gone weird all of a sudden?
enemy attacks. Now move your zone troopers over to this damaged building.
How do we spin that around?
To destroy the structure.
How do I spin it? Right click. What's Spelunky? What's Spelunky? What's Spelunky?
Notice it took your men significantly longer to destroy the structure than the target.
What's Spelunky?
Zone troopers are very effective against infantry and light.
Can I get it on Steam?
But are not very efficient at destroying structures. In turn, certain tanks and heavy artillery may tear through structures, but may not be the most effective weapons against infantry. You'll need to pick the right unit for the enemy you're facing. Troop composition is an important part of commanding an army.
Well, right. Oh, for fuck's sake! Why can't I just play a game? Spelunky. I just want to play a game. It looks shit. Looks shit.
Trooper squad.
Oh, I like this. This is a much slower mouse. This is much better for me. Bollocks. We should maybe.
Troopers in the field. What's the call?
Went to an escape room, an arcade, and a trampoline in place. Well, why won't it? What? Uses it? Oh, jump. Alright, we're going to jump. Come on. Saw the Sonic movie yesterday as well. Ems, thank you for the subscription. I really appreciate it. I don't think we got that many subscribers tonight. Less than usual. For fuck's sake. Fucking... Come here. 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 The fuck? Left clicking.
What's the call? Hit it.
No, you can't do it through the app,
Many
Paris.
units have special abilities and upgrades that you can use to great effect on the battlefield.
Objective complete.
Yes!
Commander, you've been issued a mobile construction vehicle, or MCV.
Open it.
This vehicle is the foundation for a new base and will allow you to build new structures.
Open it.
In the field, you'll be moving your MCV to a suitable area for base
There, I'm opening it there.
Look for flat terrain. We've designated an area for you in this training simulation. Move your MCV to the designated area to begin base construction.
Going to be streaming a lot this week if I can be bothered.
This vehicle is defenseless and moves slowly, but it's heavily armored.
Uh-huh.
Okay, open.
Get working. MCV unit.
Open. What a... Oh, it's over there.
10-4 on that.
Where you going? Come here, you dickhead.
Get her moving.
You'll need to unpack the MCV.
Lot of streaming this
before you
week.
can build a base.
A lot of streaming.
To do so, select your MCV and left click on its unpack ability. Again, found at the lower right attached to the unit portrait. This will convert your MCV into a stationary structure called a construction yard.
Did anyone click that Kevin Ligo bit? I'll send it to him. He'll find it funny.
You've established ground control.
He'll find it funny.
Now place additional structures
They're all
in the
shits in
vicinity
that
of your
business, though.
construction yard. Additional structures will extend your ground control.
Streaming whenever I feel like it.
To cover more ground.
Not had a succulent Chinese meal yet.
Power to function. Begin the construction of a power plant by left-clicking on the power plant icon in the build menu. Good. Notice how your remaining credits.
I haven't played marbles on stream. I don't get it. I watched someone else playing it. I don't get it. I didn't like it.
Find out how much a building costs and how long it'll take to build. Move your
I cancelled
mouse
it.
cursor over the building's icon in the build menu. The building is now ready. Note that the power plant button is highlighted, indicating that it's ready to be placed in the world. Left-click the power plant build button and move your cursor onto the terrain. The cursor will switch to a power plant icon and may be placed within the construction yard's build radius.
What?
Left-click to place the structure. If the power plant icon turns
All right.
red, you're either trying to build the power plant outside of your construction yard's ground control radius, or you're trying to build it on impassable terrain. Good. Now your base has power. Notice the power.
I've uploaded other 11 o'clock shows to Twitch. They're all on YouTube. The ones that I had are on YouTube.
If your base runs low on power, some buildings will stop working, and others will work inefficiently.
Okay, whatever.
Buildings that stop working turn black. Now it's time to build a refinery.
This is me now. Now you're seeing me. Why couldn't you see that?
Resource that can be refined and used to fund your operations. Build a refinery by clicking on the refinery icon.
Why can you see that? This is me. This is the real. Now you got the real me. Talk to me, guys, and I will answer your questions. I know you're all going. That's fine.
Construction complete.
What do I do? Click on it. Do you want to ask anything?
Excellent.
Nice one, Deke.
Note that the harvester unit automatically begins to seek out and collect Tiberium. Once the harvester has reached capacity, it'll return and unload its Tiberium.
I will be streaming. Shut up, Kath.
Credits when this happens.
I saw you on a trampoline today.
Now and power available, you can begin to build production structures. A barracks will allow you to train infantry. Build a barracks and place it on the terrain just like you did with your power plant and refinery.
New construction options.
I'm making a great base.
Complete.
Good work. Now you can start building an army.
Should I put Call of Duty on my PC?
Either select the barracks or click on the unit production tab.
Catherine is my producer and my best mate.
Option to click directly on the structure or simply use the tabs on the interface.
Yes, thank you.
Right.
Let's tweet that to Kevin Ligo.
Squad icon to train a squad
What am I doing?
CDI riflemen. Click on the unit multiple times and you'll train multiple squads. Train 3 squads of riflemen. Rifle squad ready. You can pause production of a unit or structure by right-clicking on its icon. While
This is Democracy Manifest.
Click on a paused unit or structure, production will resume. If you
Kath is filling in for me next week, the best.
Production will be cancelled, and any credits spent will be refunded. Good work, Commander. You've managed to build a base and train a small force of infantry. Now you'll fight a mock battle against another commander.
Bring him in.
He will command the red team, and you will command the blue team.
Bring him in.
Objective complete.
Learn unit
They
building.
may attack at any moment. Before they do, garrison your riflemen inside this abandoned building. To garrison the building, select your squads and right-click on the abandoned building to send them in. Your units are now taking advantage of cover inside the building. While garrisoned, your troops can still fire out, but are protected from enemy fire. Note that if the structure becomes severely damaged...
What jungle secret? I'll tell you any secrets you want to know.
Here comes the red team.
Unit sighted.
You've successfully defeated the red team's strong force. To clear the garrison building, select the building and click on the Evacuate All button.
What do I do? Sorry, what? What do I do?
Trooper squad.
What, the Evacuate All. I'm assuming it's that. No. What am I doing? Wait, what? No, what am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? Click Evacuate All. Where? Oh.
Objective complete.
Now it's time to
Not
build
really
some
met
more
Anton Deck.
forces. When you feel you're ready, move your forces out into the field, find the red team's base, and destroy it.
Down here, innit? Fucked, mate. You're fucked. Oh, I keep doing it wrong.
That's right. I'll check it out.
Well, I need to inverse my mouse, I think, because I want it.
Sit tight.
Unit under attack.
Shut up, Pete.
We got him.
You've
I need to
the red
inverse.
team's base. Target their structure.
Can I invert my mouse? No.
And take them down.
Yes! Now, sorry, what? Target the structures and take them down. Done it, haven't I? Oh, shit. Guys?
Troopers in the field. Sit tight.
That's what I want. That's where I'm going wrong. I saw the setting I want. Saw the setting I want. Yeah, classic mouse setup, left click orders. Yeah, that's it. Oh. Left click orders.
Objective complete.
Great job, Commander.
Thank you.
You've learned all the basics you'll need to lead.
I do want to play Elite this week. We're going to play Elite.
You might try starting with the GDI campaign.
Should we play Elite now? No. I need to get the instructions. I need to get the instructions for Elite. We're not playing Elite now. No. Well, I've got shepherd's pie left in the oven that I made. Do I do the tutorial campaign? GDI campaign. No, I don't want to do... What is this? I don't want more fucking...
Command to your zone
Fuck off. Fuck off. Get the fuck out of here. I've got the instructions for Elite, but I don't know exactly where they are. I'd have to go and dig them out. And I'm not digging them out now. It is true, David. It happened to a friend of mine.
Today's threat level is low. The state of
I will be getting a PS5, yes.
Tiberium infestation has reached critical levels.
Thank you for all your subs and donations tonight. I really appreciate it.
Red zones have suffered the worst.
No, but you need the keys, the function keys strip. Yeah, the 80s Elite. Whatever, boring.
Yellow zones are dangerously contaminated, but contain most of the world's population.
The future is bleak. This is real footage from a real war. Real footage.
The Brotherhood of Nod operates virtually unchallenged in these zones. They take advantage of the chaos to recruit members into...
This is not real footage. That one was. This one isn't.
Nod's leader is a charismatic figure we know only as Cain. Cain is determined to accelerate the spread of Tiberium, believing it is the catalyst for the next stage of human evolution. However, in recent years, the Brotherhood has been suspiciously quiet, with little terrorist activity. The remainder of the Earth's surface is unscarred by Tiberium outbreak. These blue zones are considered the last refuge and hope of the civilized world, and are under the protection of the Global Defense Initiative.
Well, this is what I'm fighting for. And back in the day, you would think that these guys were the good guys, but I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced.
Good luck, Commander.
I'm not convinced we're fighting for the good guys. Who are the good guys? What are you doing? Hey, Pats. There's boxes everywhere, you see, so she's having the time of her life. You want to go to bed, don't you? Whoa! It's the guy from V! It's the guy from V! It's the guy from V! It's the guy from V!
Commander.
Oh, no.
Jack Granger, good to have you on.
It's the guy from V!
These.
It's the guy from V!
I don't know if you know it, but INOPS has downgraded Nod's...
I forgot it had real footage in it.
Apparently dead. Nod's been fractured.
Tyler from V. His name was Tyler, wasn't it?
It's down 25%, and they've abandoned 4 bases in the last year. The prediction is another decade of peace. Me, I say it's the calm before the storm.
It's the guy from V, Tyler.
Fight not. There's one thing I can say with absolute certainty.
I just remember that name. None of you said that. None of you said that. I remembered it.
If our intel says otherwise, it's because Nod wants us to take them off our radar.
What's that on his head?
Well, I want you to go to North Carolina. Zone security stop what looked like a produce delivery truck yesterday, but it turned out to be a Nod vehicle. Before it could be searched, the driver blew it up himself along with it.
Do you remember their tongues? I remember they would eat gerbils.
Hopefully I'm wrong and this is just a false alarm. But if I'm right,
hello?
For the worst.
Hello?
This is Lieutenant Sandotel.
I'm working with her.
She'll give you all the details of the mission.
She's a weird shape, but I'm working with her.
Good afternoon, Commander.
Good afternoon. Now I'm interested.
Glad to be of service.
You're a weird shape.
Here's what we know so far. After the delivery truck incident,
she is in Battlestar Galactica, isn't she?
Area. And bingo, we located a high-output sub-Terra energy grid in the middle of nowhere. Obviously, Nod's up to no good. Your ace in the hole is an old base we have.
Ace in the hole.
Bring it back online, and you can recon the entire area. My advice is to engage the enemy only if necessary. No telling what those maniacs are hiding down there. Good luck, Commander. I'm here if you need me.
Come back. Come back! Recent satellite intelligence points to a suspicious level of activity in the North Carolina Badlands. INOPS is concerned that the Brotherhood of Nod may be setting up shop there. Your mission is to investigate and report back as soon as possible. An abandoned GDI train. Okay, let's do it. Let's play.
Greetings, Commander.
Don't you worry about what
Battle
difficulty.
Command. Here to get you up to speed on some of the ground operations for this mission.
Isn't Sawyer from Lost in one of these?
Commander, we need you to locate the old GDI outpost and investigate rumors of a
Hello?
area.
Yes? Alright, fine.
Incoming transmission. This outpost was abandoned many years ago after its strategic value waned. Once you arrive at the outpost, it can be reactivated remotely.
Good to be off normal patrol duty. Ready for orders, Commander.
Understood.
So we just got to look around, have we?
Enemy units sighted.
Fire!
Establishing video uplink.
Looks like Nod is here after all. Eradicate the Nod forces occupying our outpost. Once those forces
I prefer playing these games against real people. CJ.
Intelligence data updated.
Who gives a shit about that? I couldn't give a shit about any of that.
Tiberium is the only resource you need to collect. Once you
Fix
fail to
it.
refine
How do I fix it?
Your harvester will automatically seek it out.
I want to fix it.
Once the harvester is
How do I
full
fix it?
or the field is depleted, the harvester will return
Fix
to
it.
begin refining the Tiberium.
Intelligence data updated.
Whoa! How dare you? How dare you take control from me like that?
Intelligence data updated.
How dare you take control from me like that? I don't give a shit about the intelligence. No, because I know that. We just did that. I learned that. You think I am a baby? Open up, baby.
Establishing video uplink.
Commander, you will need a bigger force to stop Nod. Select your construction yard or the structure tab on the command bar, then click the barracks icon.
Please don't tell me what to do.
Incoming transmission. Before engaging more Nod forces, bolster your own army with infantry. From your construction yard, build a barracks. Then from your barracks, train 3 rifleman squads.
Fuck up. Can I play the fucking game or what?
Building.
Fuck's sake. I just want to play the game, David.
Construction complete.
Then, how do I drag it?
Cancelled.
No, don't cancel it. Cancelled it. I want to build it. I want to build it here. Here will be a good spot, actually. Right here. It's probably the best spot. Here's the best spot.
Construction complete.
No, I put.
Your construction yard has 2 construction.
How do I move it?
These are accessed through the production and
I
support
cancelled
tab
it.
in your command bar.
Cancelled it again.
Only one structure in each queue can be built at a time. First, let's start with a barracks.
Shut up!
Allow you to bolster your forces with infantry. Once it finishes building, you'll be able to deploy the structure within your ground control area.
New construction options. Intelligence data updated. Training.
I'm gonna get 4. They said 3. I'm gonna get 4 because I'm always thinking. Always thinking.
Multiple units. Multiple structures of the same type allow for additional build queues.
Let's get another barracks. Get a second barracks. Can we fix? Can you guys fix?
Construction complete.
Let's get another barracks.
Affirmative.
Enemy units.
What's this?
Stop.
Our base is under
Keep
attack.
your weapon squad ready. Keep your weapon.
Commander, your base is low on power.
Fuck
For
off.
Additional power, build a power plant from your production tab.
Fuck off, man. This guy's a prick. I do what I want. I'm the commander.
Your base to full power. Build a power.
We've just done the
Your
training.
base is low on power. Units and structures
Goodbye.
are much slower.
Goodbye. We've just done the training.
You can remove buildings from the power grid to free up more
These
power.
guys.
This will allow the rest of your base to continue functioning. To
Dunno.
do this, click on the lightning bolt button at the top of your command bar, then click on a structure. Only structures that require power can be turned off. You may need to turn off more than one structure in order to meet your power requirements.
Construction complete. Building offline. Building online.
Don't know what's going on.
Objective complete. New construction options.
Well done. The green power bar located on the
Did I make an extra barracks? No, there's no extra barracks. Oh, is that a barracks?
Incoming
No.
transmission. Repair the command post to help restore this GDI base to full operational capacity.
What is going on? There's not another barracks. I only made one barracks. Didn't I? What am I doing? What was the instruction? What did she fucking say? 3 of these.
Training.
Yeah? Is it?
Rifle squad ready.
Refinery.
Building.
Rifle squad ready. Rifle squad ready.
Got so many soldiers.
Repair the command post to help restore this GDI base to full
Shall I get
operational
Tractor?
capacity.
Thank you for the subscription. That's what we're doing this for. I don't care you can't hear her.
Construction complete.
Oily, I don't know if you're still there. Did you see, I don't want that. Bloody thingy bob come in to the chat. Oh, I suppose you don't want to talk to me now. I wish you well. Fuck off, slacking me off on Twitter. What's his name? Sonny. Sonny came in right at the start of that. Oh, I suppose you don't want to talk to me. I'm busy, mate. First tweet was, just want to say I wish you the best. I wish you luck and everything. Right? Second tweet, second message, well, I'm doing this show. I suppose you don't want to talk to me. Right, fine. Okay, fine. Blocked. Fuck off. What's blinking? Fix. I can fix.
Repairing. Objective complete.
I didn't know I could fix.
Repairing. Battlefield expanded. Building online.
Commander,
Ah!
Nod has noticed us. They're sending a force to destroy our base. Quickly build and deploy a watchtower base defense from the support structure tab.
New bonus objective. Building.
Making money, and money's coming in now.
Construction complete.
Where do I put it? Where do I put it? Where do I put it? Here.
Building
Nope.
offline.
Wrong one.
Building online. Our base is under attack. Cannot
Here.
deploy here. Harvester under attack.
Where do I put it?
Bonus objective complete. Unit under attack.
Yes, man! Exactly, Catherine. So blocked. Blocked here. Goodbye.
Establishing video uplink.
All right, Commander. You need to push forward and destroy the Nod outpost guarding that bridge.
I'll do what I
I'm sending
choose.
reinforcements now.
I don't want your reinforcements. Fox, I'll do what I'll scream on my fucking stream.
Presence appears
Fuck's
to be
sake!
clear. Eliminate these dangerous Nod structures.
I'm on my holidays. It's only 10 o'clock. No, I'm done.
Squad reinforcements have arrived.
I don't want your reinforcements. They're pussies.
For training at the barracks. Our base is under attack. Unit under attack.
On account of the Nod presence, additional squads of missile
I always thought it was odd that these soldiers
missiles
couldn't...
are much more effective against structures than standard GDI rifles.
Intelligence data updated.
couldn't act on their own, like, intelligence of it.
Yes, roger that, sir.
I love it. I love it. Oh, I love it.
Fire. Engage. Assault fire.
What are you doing over there, you dickheads? What are you doing over there? They should act on their own initiative a little bit.
Roger that, sir. Run away.
Incoming transmission. Further investigation of the area is needed. Repair the bridge so that our troops can cross the river.
I'm coming up. You can't take over their buildings. You have to destroy them, right?
Engineers have two important functions. First, they can repair structures and bridges. Second, they can capture enemy structures and tech buildings, allowing you full control of
Who are the
those
engineers? These guys.
Select your engineer and then right-click on the structure you wish to repair
Now he
or
tells me.
capture.
New bonus objective. Building captured.
Engineers are not combat units and cannot protect themselves.
Should we go and raid Limmy?
Engineers can be trained at the barracks.
New unit types available for training at the barracks. New bonus objective. Intelligence data updated. Objective complete. Battlefield expanded. New bonus objective.
I don't want to sell it.
Sell a captured Nod structure.
You want to watch me play? Okay. Well, no one else does. I don't think we got many subs tonight. Sell it. That. Sell.
Structure sold. Objective complete.
I'm coming up. I want the world to know. Never let... What's the hotkey for getting all of my troops? All of my troops. Hotkeys. Welcome to the customizable hotkey screen. To assign a new hotkey, simply click on the slot in the wireframe image to the right, or select... I just want it to be button A. Right, button A, all troops. Button A, all troops. So this. All. Fuck off. Fuck off. No. No, I don't want shift and A. Fuck off. Right. What are these? Slot 9. Alright, forget that. So what is this? A. I don't know what these keys are. No, we're out. We're out of this. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know what's going on.
Silos needed.
Squad ready.
Got to build silos, have I? Alright, I'll build a silo. Is that a silo? Command post, no. Barracks, no. Refinery. Oh, go on, let me build this. What is that? I don't want that. Alright. I've got it on too slow. I'm going to go and kick some ass.
Yes, sir. Hostiles identified.
This is not tutorial, this is war. We're going to go here, we're going to go here.
Unit under
Well,
attack. Unit lost.
Engage.
This is insane. This is insane, this is in.
Video uplink.
Those non-vehicles present a problem, Commander. Build an airfield and then some orcas. They are great against ground vehicles and good against structures.
Run away!
Orcas have limited ammunition and will return to their airfields when they run out.
Right, run away! Run away! Run away! Run away!
Incoming transmission.
Run away!
Reinforcements are set to arrive soon. You will need to build an airfield.
Fuck off! Fuck off!
Unit under attack.
No! Run away! I told you to run away! We've got hardly anybody now. What's this? What's this? Fix it. Fix that. Airfield.
Building. Silos needed. Order reinforcements are set to arrive soon. You will need to build an airfield in order to maintain any aircraft. Construction complete. Low power. New construction options. Objective complete.
Right, now how do we build aeroplane? We've got aeroplanes.
Commander, your base is low on power. For additional power, build a power plant from your production tab.
Yes, sir.
Transmission.
I appreciate that.
It is imperative
Fuck
that you
off.
destroy the Nod base.
Fuck off.
Each landing pad can only sustain one air unit. Each airfield has 4 landing pads. Once an air unit is
losing a lot of viewers.
Supply, it must return to its landing pad. Otherwise, it will crash.
I think we might raid Limmy in a bit because I want to watch him and eat some food. So let me just do this bit and then we're going to raid Limmy if you want, guys. I'm going to be streaming all week. All week. I'm off. I'm meditating on my life and what I want to be. I really want to do the show 4 days a week. I'm finding 5 too much. 5 is too much. I want to do it 4 shows a week. What are we doing? Can we make more planes? Get fucking loads of these.
Training.
Get loads of these. Let's make loads. Come on.
Ready for liftoff.
Come on. Let's get these airplanes. I'm not enjoying the show. I'm not enjoying the industry.
Orca ready, sir.
No plans.
Ready for liftoff.
Might watch some more TV shows that aren't 11 o'clock show.
Sir, ready for orders.
Oh, look, you can do that. You guys.
Engage.
Silos needed.
Don't know if it'll be 11. Whenever I get up, and if I feel like it.
Target acquired.
Unit under attack.
Take it out.
Where are you going?
Orca unit.
What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Command?
What are you doing? That's right, David.
Moving in on the target. Target acquired.
What's this? What's this?
On our way.
What's this? What's this? Oh, right, we're going to build another... Right, I got it. Build another one of them. How do I build a silo, though? Doesn't tell me how to build a silo.
Building.
How do I build a silo? They have got a jabroni in.
Construction complete.
This is a beautiful base. Why won't you let me build it? Let me put it there. What's your problem? What's your problem? What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? Ah!
Destroy the nod base quickly before it can cause more trouble.
Shut up, man.
Silos needed. Cannot deploy here.
How do I build silos? How do I build a silo? Barracks, refinery, power plant. Let's build another refinery. Click on the shield icon. Oh shit.
Under attack. Building.
How do I get all of my troops?
Construction complete. Unit promoted. Construction complete. Bonus objective complete.
I didn't want to build this. What's this? What's this? What is this? What is this? What is this?
Training.
Shut up, David. Not much Rise footage out there, I'm afraid.
Unit under attack.
Whoa! I don't know where everyone... Oh, what's going on? That's the bridge.
Orca, ready for liftoff.
Ah, this is getting on my tits. Go up there. Why won't it go that way?
Destroy the nod base quickly before...
How do I select all troops? Shift A. How do I select all troops? There has to be a way to select all troops.
Orca, ready for liftoff.
Q. Shift Q. Incorrect.
Yes, sir. Ready for orders.
Whoa! Yes, man!
Orca pilot.
Fuck. Right.
Systems on.
Yeah, we'll do it. Thank you. Whoever that was, thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Ready for orders. Orca standing by.
Unit under attack.
Command.
Something that goes under attack, press spacebar to jump to it, I think.
Orca ready, sir.
Unit lost.
Command.
Unit
Systems
promoted.
on. Command. Orca unit. Orca standing by. Orca ready, sir. Orca unit.
What's going on? Why won't they go... I'm pressing the wrong button.
Unit under attack.
Systems on.
Silos needed.
Engage.
I'm pressing the wrong button, that's why. I was pressing right instead of left.
Orca ready, sir. Release the rockets.
Destroy the nod base quickly before it can...
Oh, I'm destroying it, baby.
Orca here. Command. Attack is a go.
Where's all my soldiers? They're dead. All of my soldiers are dead.
Channels open. Pilot responding.
This is taking longer than it should.
Command.
I don't think I'm doing very well. Oh, I think I've got to shoot that.
Systems on. Orca pilot.
Here we go. Goodbye.
Unit under attack.
Goodbye.
Systems on. Pilot responding. Channels open. Take it out.
Don't really know what I'm doing. Hit their power plants. Which ones? Oh, Jesus, stop. It won't stop moving. Oh, whoa! No! What?
Command?
Destroy the Nod base.
I'm trying to, mate.
Cause more trouble.
Firing rockets now, sir. Moving in.
Unit promoted.
Reload.
Unit
Pilot
under
responding.
attack.
Attack is a go.
Establishing video uplink.
That Nod base is quite large, Commander. I'm granting you access to the ion cannon controls. Use the ion cannon to eliminate the base.
Now she gives me the ion cannons.
Moving in on the target. Moving in.
Right.
Ion cannon control mode active. Ion cannon controls online. Positioning over eastern seaboard. Fire when ready.
Oh, yes! What is going on?
Orca in flight.
It's not...
Unit under attack.
Shut up, man. It's not going... Let me control it the way I want to control it.
Orca standing by.
Select target.
Ah! Yes! Thanks to whoever told me it was Q. Why didn't you give me that at the start?
Excellent work, Commander.
Shut up, Ollie. Why didn't they give me that at the start? It's fun, man. There'll be like a website where I can get all the keys from. I don't... David, please watch your language, mate. They're real people we just killed, okay? They're real people we killed. Come on.
Commander, Nod's clearly planning something. And
Look at his uniform.
The size of that force you exposed, it's a major offensive. Now, I've already called for an emergency D9 briefing, but the timing couldn't be worse. All the directors are up in the Philadelphia at that damn energy summit, and
I'm
God
sorry
knows...
to interrupt, General. I've just been informed. There's been an attack on Goddard Space Center in Maryland. We should be receiving visual data any second.
This is real footage, actually. This is real footage.
You realize what they've done. Nod's just taken out the entire northeastern ASAT defense system, all our anti-missile capability.
The Philadelphia.
I didn't do that, David. I won. Next. 1. 1, 1, 1, 1. Yeah. Bonus objective failed. Couldn't give a shit. For me, it's about the objectives. Bonus objectives, shit. Couldn't give a shit.
And in global news today, the annual GDI Energy Summit is still underway aboard the space station Philadelphia. Our own Cassandra Blair reports on the landmark goals set for this year's summit.
When top administrators return to work here tomorrow, they're hoping for a new fiscal agenda. According to Director Kinsberg, one of the key talking points for this year's summit is shifting resource allocation from defense to ecology, where the eradication of Tiberium is now viewed as a more pressing concern than the containment of...
What's happened?
Excuse the interruption.
Excuse the interruption.
We're getting breaking news on the Philadelphia. Apparently, just moments ago, there was an accident.
That's not an accident. That's not a fucking accident. That is not an accident. That's real footage.
That's obviously something that's gone terribly wrong.
That was not an accident.
We're going to do our best to confirm what we're all seeing, but this time, we have no idea what possibly could have caused a tragedy of this magnitude.
That is an act of war.
We're going to go live now to Cassandra Blair back outside the Northeastern Admin Building. Cassandra.
William, I don't know if you can hear me, but it's incredible. There's so much smoke.
Look at those jabronis in the back.
And there's debris falling.
Debris is falling, guys. She's dead.
Unbelievable.
She's dead.
The destruction of the Philadelphia was not an accident.
It was an accident.
It was a merciful bullet to the head of a malignant ideology.
Who's this guy?
It was the death of fear and the birth of hope. Rejoice.
I'm on this guy's side.
The blood of your oppressors will flow, and
Here, can you see at the bottom of this screen here, the bottom right, it says activate Windows.
A new day will dawn. The future.
But I can't activate Windows.
Ours. Unbelievable.
hold on. We're getting breaking news now from our Northwestern affiliate.
This is war. Oh, they are.
And they just came out of nowhere.
Look at her hair.
Nothing. Bombs started dropping. And from what we can tell, there is no sign of GDI retaliation at all.
I didn't get a key with the PC.
Just a massacre.
Activate Windows. Go to settings to activate Windows. Then I go to settings and it says we can't find Windows on here. But it's got Windows on here.
Commander, all hell's broken loose. Nods launched preemptive strikes in every major blue zone across the board. Most of our troops are pinned down. Our ASAT defense system is still offline, and I have no goddamn idea who's running the show.
Watch your language.
This is no time to stand on protocol. The entire northeastern seaboard's been overrun, and we're taking the worst of it right here in D.C.
General, they're starting.
They didn't sell me a license.
You go ahead, son.
But it still works. It all works, right? So that's fine. It just means that's on the screen.
That is an order, Sandra.
They should kiss. Good headache.
QC James and Theater Ops will bring you up to speed.
The guy from AlphaSync has left, Ollie.
I need you to take back this city.
The guy from AlphaSync who sorted this out for me has left. Does it matter? Activate Windows. Windows is all there. It works.
All right, Commander, here's the latest. Nod forces are going in for the kill, closing in on the Pentagon. As you know, there is no more vital structure in the region. It is the center of our command and control network. If we lose the Pentagon, it could be the beginning of the end. You cannot let this happen.
Is it a sticker on the back of the case? I mean, it might have been paperwork. Windows. Oh yeah. There was a scratch off number. There was a scratch-off number on the back. Would that be it? Right, I'm bored of this. So we're going to save. How do we save? All right, yeah, whatever. Play. Whatever. I could beat these jabronis easily. Save. Sure. It's too dark. Exit. Yes. Goodbye. How do I get out of here? Force quit. Oh. Goodbye. Right, so look, if you go to settings to activate Windows, right? So you go to settings. You can't see anything here I haven't done anything on this. Settings. Right. Right, settings, activate Windows. So we're just going to go, Windows isn't activated. Windows reported that no product key was found on your device. So what? Do I change product key? I'm going deep undercover. It's too dark. Fuck. All right, I'm going to do this, but I don't want you to see it. This is like being in the escape room. We were so good in the escape room today. We finished it with 2.5 minutes to spare. We came second, but actually we came first because the people that came first were doing the easier room that we did before with 16 minutes to spare. And all these patronising old people, because I was with my boys, oh, how did you do it with that? Someone said, how did you do it with that handicap? And I went, actually, I think you'll find that I was the handicap. And I thought, you smug gits. My boys are brilliant at that. They were so good in that escape room today. I was so proud of them. Okay, let's see. There we go. Yes! Yes! I did it! All by myself! Hey, I bought a whiteboard. I bought a tiny whiteboard. It's smaller than I thought. Actually, I measured it, but I bought a tiny whiteboard, right? And it's going to go right here. Right? And I'm going to write, it's going to go right here, and I'm going to write on it stuff I need to sort out. Right? You can't see that. Stuff I need to sort out, right? Got to sort out some stuff. Making a movie in April. Making a movie. Me and Jeff are making a movie in April. Stuff. So it's going to go there. So if I have thoughts underneath my Kurt Vonnegut and my Frank Sidebottom, if I have thoughts, I can just go, I've got a thought. Got a rubber. Pens haven't come yet. Got, if I have... I know if I'm saying anything else, Jeff. So if I have thoughts, and then I can also do lectures for you with when the pens come. It's nice, isn't it? It's cathedral products. Cathedral products. So it's nice, that, isn't it? It's 10:30. Should we raid Lemmy? Oh, your questions are so fucking boring. These questions are fucking boring. Boring, man. Jesus. Fuck off with the boring fucking stupid questions. It's not too small for this bit of wall and for the number of ideas that I have. It's perfect. It's perfect. Let's raid Limmy, right? It's not really an appropriate question. Doggy. I will be on tomorrow, possibly. I don't know. This week is going to be a journey for me, right? This week is going to be a journey for me, and I don't know. Investigate the far right. I'll work with them. Right. I might be back on later if I can't sleep. I just don't know. Thank you, PJLTW. Get the numbers up so I look important. Good night, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Raid.
Gonna take that off. Take that off and don't put it on again. The other guy, he said I no bother, and he did that. The other person didn't get back to us, so I gave him a wee copyright strike. Like that. It went something like that. Iain Lee, thanks for the raid. 4 raiders.